Encounters. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody's doing well. As the night is getting cold. Um, Hope everybody had a blessed Sunday. For those that are tuning in here on the stream, those are tuning in on Facebook, for those that tune in on YouTube, and for those who tune into the short reel TikToks, if they still exist, under ApeCS 895. I hope everybody is having a great evening tonight. Oh, how you doing, Andres Carizales? How you doing, Sister Ivy Ramirez, Brother Chris Anderson? Hope everybody's doing great tonight. I'm just here, a little cozied up, staying warm. Got my jacket on here tonight as the temperatures are dropping outside. Yeah, this weather, I think it's supposed to get even more cold in the next week. So we're stocking up on wood. We got the generator ready, just in case we lose power. You might never know when it comes out to the cold weather, but you always gotta be prepared. How you doing, Annette? Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm just here relaxing, uh, waiting for cousin Jesse to join. I sent him a link. Uh, just waiting for him to join in. He's been waiting. I guess we're supposed to go live at like around 11:30, but we're having some technical difficulties. So I told him just to wait till 12, and here he is. How you doing, Primo? How
Hello,
you doing?
Primo. How you doing, man? Welcome, everybody. Sorry I'm late, but let me see
Yeah,
who's here.
some technical difficulties, but we got it going.
Welcome, Andrew Carizales. Welcome, Abby Ramirez. Prima, how you doing? Chris Anderson, welcome. Annette, welcome. Real MMA, ¿qué pasó, vato?
Before I continue the show, I want to send my condolences to the those Chavez, the primos. We lost our prima, Perla.
My condolences to them as well on behalf of the Carvajal family.
Yeah, I think her last name was Acosta. Chavez lost La Prima. A cousin of ours passed away. So my condolences to all the Chavez from the Rio Grande Valley and wherever they're at.
Welcome,
Sometimes
here in
when
Notebook.
that's what I want to do the show about tonight, man. I'm calling the DDN, Dark Shadows, Unseen. Um, I believe Evil Presence or something like that. But yes, sometimes when there's certain things within the balance, your senses are keen and you can sense when something's going to happen or something is happening in which you might sense a certain way where you can feel where somebody's struggling, you can feel some pain. The Heavenly Father is guiding you to go help. And sometimes it's hard because sometimes the individuals that you're trying to help, they might be bonded, but there's still people, right? And um, uh, had this what I want to do today. For the past couple of days after the show, I've been out there looking for a nephew of mine, and thank God, that his father finally came to assist him. So I helped out, pitched in, even though he's not my responsibility, but at least his father, which is he made the effort to come help him. So I blessed him with some gas money. He came like 4 hours away. He's been out there. He was struggling,
Yes,
being
Murphy.
homeless. You know,
That's some side of life.
and thank God his father came to help him, and so he can get on his feet. Sometimes, I was when the person's homeless, you have no address or no residency, so it'll be harder for anybody that's homeless to get a job. But the only job that they could get would be a job where they pay cash money. That's just about it. Besides that, if they don't got a residency to place on the application, um, it's hard for them to get hired from a company because they got no proof of residency.
Selena Girl 69. How you doing? The enemy surrounds you or us?
So one thing about those locations where you're trying to find somebody, those locations where the homeless, they have certain locations where homeless can go and stay, right? Homeless shelters, they're pretty strict in there. I found out that today. You can just go walking into a homeless shelter and asking questions because some of these homeless shelters have battered women in there. So I go in there trying to find my nephew, and they kicked me out of there. They told me I can't be there because they have a strict policy and all this kind of stuff. So I was just trying to do the right thing, looking for my nephew. So I left the facility, but I guess they're pretty strict because I guess some people that are there are victims. They're victims of something. So you mean me? I just go in there looking for my nephew, and they put me out. But I understand, if that's procedure, that's procedure. So I couldn't even. I was looking to see if I could see him, and they're like, "Sir, you can't even be looking in here. You need to leave the facility." So I left. I said, "But the only people we deal with is with the homeless and with the police. We don't deal with anybody else." Yeah. That's what the guy told me. So that's it's crazy, right? What do you think about that?
I've been there, man. I used to be homeless, cousin. I used to live under a bridge over here in Fort Worth, man. Back in '97.
Did you ever stay at a facility like that?
Nah, man. I didn't like the facilities, man, because there was a place where the cops could round you up. So I stayed with a blanket and all my stuff under the bridge, man. Finally got tired of it. I walked into a place of business selling burritos and walked out with a job, man. That job I held on to for 15 years.
Oh wow, must have been some good
Hello.
burritos.
Yeah, hello, Monica Davies, Davias.
So it was
Hello,
a
Lunar
it
Kids.
was a facility, cousin.
Yeah, they sold and rented hospital equipment, and I walked in and got a job as a bed washer. Worked my way up to repair tech. Then when the company went to another business and left the bed behind, I did assembly work, and then I wound up repairing. So repairing the pumps that we use for negative wound pressure therapy. So I was there a good 15 years, man. Survived
Oh
all the
wow,
cuts. Survived all the cuts, man. Every time the company turned on and did something else, I was right there with the company, man.
that's good.
At one point, man, we used to have facilities all over the United States, man. And when they would come for training, I would be the one to train people, man. And the manager would tell everybody, "This is Curtis. He's the supervisor, but this is Jesse. Anything you want to know about our products, you talk to Jesse."
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So yeah,
that's
man.
good.
I was there 15 years, man. And then they closed the company
After 15 years.
after 15 years.
Yeah, it's you. I see. The people that are out there like that. Well, when I see a homeless, it reminds me of me when I was in the military because that's what we do when we go training. We're living in the open mother nature. Luckily, we have equipment, but even though we have equipment to protect us, we still freeze our butts out there, especially when it's cold or it's raining. We're out there training. It's just part of the job as being as a tanker. So if I'm out there and if it's freezing, I could only imagine the people that are homeless that if they're not at a facility to stay warm, they're out there in the open where anything can happen. They can get sick, uh, hypothermia, you name it. I think 2 years ago in Colleen, there was a woman that was found by a tree. She was like literally, it was frozen. That's how she passed away by a tree.
Well, having lived through that, cousin, I can say that you're only homeless as long as you want to be homeless, man. Yeah, when you get fed up with that kind of life, man, you have to get up, strap your boots on, man, and really look for something that is gonna help you get out of the situation you're in, man. You're the only one who can do it, man. I'm talking from experience, bro.
Yeah, it's kind of like for those that I like helping people out, but sometimes it could be overwhelming because you can only do so much if people don't want to help themselves. Then how do they expect me to help them? I can only help out so much. I got a good heart. I know the struggles of life. I've seen the struggles that we've all been through some kind of struggle, but at the same time, people need to change their way. Uh, uh, their ways in life. If they're in the bad road, like for example, if somebody is got a drinking problem or a drug problem, if they don't want to change their ways and they just want people to help them with money, well, giving them money, giving them money, that's the easy part. Is kicking the habit. That's the hard part. And to kick the habit, that would be the first thing to do in order for somebody to start recuperating for whatever habits they got, or else they're going to be stuck in the same situation for the rest of their life.
Hello, Madeline, how you doing? Look, cousin, I even set you another situation, man. For a long time, I didn't have a vehicle, man. I was walking. Okay, now I have two trucks, man. God blessed me with two trucks.
That's good, primo.
Yeah, we got in cahoots, Madeline. We said let's wear the same hats.
So I've been pretty busy, man, for about 2 3 days. After doing my lives, I've been searching, trying. Man, I guess been trying to find my nephew. I couldn't find him. I couldn't find him, and I guess his father came and he found him. But man, when you're trying to search for a homeless person, it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack.
Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
know,
sir.
they move around a lot. Especially when it's cold. You can't stay stationary because you need to keep your body moving to keep the heat. But yeah, it's hard to find somebody that's homeless.
Yeah, you can't find somebody that doesn't want to be found.
That too. What is it that sometimes people don't want to be found, primo?
Well, they're in the case of the person I'm talking about, man. They like to play the victim. They always want to. people to take care of them, but they won't take care of themselves, man. You know who I'm talking about, man. I feel sorry for him, man. I love him to death. But come on, man. And then they come into your house and want to start giving orders, man. And that's just not how shit's done.
Yeah, I understand about that. How that is, uh, it's like you helping somebody, but then they want to make their demands like there's something there, but they're really nothing. You're just helping them out, trying to get them to feed. In
Right.
Spanish it's called making demandas, right?
No,
Demands.
no. Entra y luego quiere que le hagas de comer, que se la sirvas, que hasta el café le hagas. No, hombre, vato, ese jale no se hace así, bro. What's going on, JFA? Have a good night. Rest easy, JFA. You know, I love
So
him to death, bro, but
if y'all haven't seen me or haven't responded to nobody, I've been busy. That's why I haven't been answering my phone. When you're looking for somebody, some of the areas that I was at, there's no connection. The phone's not working and stuff like that. So I've been on about for about man for a while now. Luckily, he was found, and his biological father came from I think like 4 or 5 hours away. He came and got him and took him with him to help him to get back on his feet. You know, and I'm glad that he came and helped him. I mean, it's freaking cold out there. Look at me, I'm wearing a jacket right now
I'm just wearing a t-shirt, bro.
from being out there for the past couple of days searching.
No, I ain't
Searching at
gonna
gas
say.
stations, searching behind buildings because you don't know where they hide. Then the
What's
the
up,
shelter
bro?
home, they're freaking strict as hell. Kick me out of there like I'm some kind of convict. I was like, what the hell? So I just left. So I don't need to be here.
Yeah, they won't give you no kind of info, man.
Yeah, they won't give you no kind of info about anybody in any kind of way, shape, or form. And I got two other nephews that are going through something like that also. It just I mean, I can only do so much. I've,
Yeah.
I've, I've helped out a lot of my, try my best to help them out.
All I can
If I
say for
have
you is,
something to give them, I'll give them, but they have to get on their feet on their own. You know, I can only
I
do so
hope
much.
I hope that the person that he called in South Texas is able to help him. The person I'm talking about. I'm hoping that the
The-
person he called in South Texas is be able to help him. I heard she got her house back and she might have a place for him to stay.
Well, I don't know, cousin. I only know I got a message that I relate to you.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Cause
I'm just talking
that
about like my
the,
situation con los sobrinos and stuff.
the
Can only do so
person
much.
the person that I'm talking about told his daughter that he didn't want us to have any information about him. So it is what it is, brother. You can't. He's a grown ass man. He's 50 something years old. Come on now.
Well, you that's what you said, no primo. Okay, that's what the daughter said.
Hmm. He was living on this side of town, man. He took off with a homeboy to the other side, south side of town. I ain't gonna go look in the south side, man. I ain't gonna go find him over there.
Is bad over there, primo.
Hello, Pablo. Yeah, man. In Fort Worth, every neighborhood is bad, man. Especially if you're not from that neighborhood. You know how it is, man. It's otro barrio, home.
So how long he's been like that, primo? For a while, since December.
Yeah, I think it's been about almost a month now, man, that I haven't heard from him. I've been calling, bro, with his phone, but he not answering. Can't make a grown man do what he don't want to do.
That's true. Like you said, if they don't want to be found, they don't want to be found.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I don't like to play hide and seek.
Yeah, I have a good heart, but at the same time, I'm not gonna let somebody, take advantage of my kindness or my goodness, of my good heart.
He
I'll
did.
help out for a moment, for that moment, but besides that, they really have to make the effort for themselves.
What's up, little brother? How you doing?
What's up, primo? How you doing?
You still in Nuevo Mexico, carnal?
So I've been pretty active. Then we lost a family member, La Prima. She's like a second cousin of ours, but now I know her as a prima. Uh, she's second cousin, right, primo?
Yeah. What are you doing still up, carnalito? Too much snoring. Se están pegando por los talones, güey.
We got 30 viewers here.
Come on, 3K. Hey, what's up, real MMA? It
Hit
was
that
cool.
hit that subscribe button, Primo Gilbert.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah,
says
yeah.
we hit the. I
Subscribe,
got a
güey.
message that says we hit the 3,000 marker, but then when I look at it, it says 2,999.
It was cold as hell over here today, man. I think the highest it got was 34, primo.
So if anybody hasn't hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button. I got a message from YouTube dealing with my show that it will hit 3,000 subscribers. If our analytics is awesome, that it's an awesome show. That's what they're telling me, but we're at 2,199 now. So nobody has hit the like button or the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button.
Hit the buttons, cuz, man. Come on,
3,000.
man.
Pues está cabrón, las cosas así.
Mm, that's messed up, man. She passed away. Her son is in prison for killing his big brother.
Oh, wow. Prima Perla?
Mm-hmm. Es la mamá de Buddha. Buddha's little brother shot him in the face right there in front of his house, left him on the ramp, man. Killed him.
Oh,
Now he's in prison. Now the prima passed away.
wow. That's crazy.
Summerside Lad says he sees 3K.
Yeah, no money says 2,199. But when I got on YouTube, it said I had 3,000. 3,000. We had 3,000, but
I got a notification from PRT. They did a Dogman and Werewolf today.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we normally talk about on Wednesdays.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Chris
Yeah,
Anderson still just says 3K, bro.
that's what Chris
Con-
Anderson said.
Congratulations, Primo, for your 3K followers, man. Awesome. The Lord has blessed you indeed.
He's saying he says 3,000, but on my let me look at YouTube Studio.
Refresh it, man.
Yeah, I'm refreshing it.
Yeah, Summerside's Live says she says 3K and climbing.
3K in climbing.
That's what Summerside's Live just texted right now. What's up? No knobs for me. How you doing?
Started from the bottom and we're started from the
Here.
bottom and we're here now. Let me see something. I still I haven't shared. Let me share to the groups I share with. Go ahead, cousin.
Yeah.
Speak a little here.
So
Talk to
what's up, people?
to the
Talk
audience.
talk to me. What's up, Brian Griffin? YouTube tells you 299K, Brian Griffin. That's what cousin Abe is reading. So what's going on, everybody? Talk to Jesse for a minute. Come on. Anything you want to ask me? I might tell you the truth. I might lie. No, I don't ever lie. I'm glad you're doing good. No BS for me. I remember the first time you came in here, I read that as knobs for me, please. Okay, it says 3K there, but when you click on the channel, it says 299. Okay, okay.
Close enough.
Yeah, me fijo por uno. So how was your day, runner?
Just like it's saying it's 29.9999%.
Do we have gold subscribers? I don't think so, Brian Griffin. I don't even know what that means.
It said something. I had a something gold 3,000. It had like a gold thing on there. I don't know what it means. It said something about the analytics are real good, and it had gold on there. They sent me something that said 3,000 subscribers, and it had a gold thing on it, like gold. I don't know what that means.
Hey, Gilbert, how's that new truck running, man? I don't like pozole, man, Madeline. I'm a menudo, man. What the check? No mames, güey.
Okay, let me catch up to the comments here.
How's the new truck running, Gilbert? You never answered me, fool. You made me go all the way over to where you are to wake you up. That's what I got to say to your pozole rojo, Madeline.
Uh, Menudo or caldo de res
I love
or,
menudo,
or
man. Caldo de res
chicken
is
caldo
okay, man.
or chicken caldo.
Caldo de res is cool, man, but I prefer a menudo, man, from here in Fort Worth, from La Abuela Regina. That's the best menudo in Fort Worth, according to me.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
is it real good?
yeah, yeah, man. That thing is, they serve it every day, man, so it's made fresh every day.
Is it a big bowl, little bowl?
Yeah, you can get a big bowl. You can get a little bowl. I prefer a big bowl. Big bowl with some pan, bolillo, or some tortillas de harina, because I really don't like corn tortillas. They give me heartburn. Menudo.
There's nothing wrong. You can go wrong with a menudo. I normally eat like eating menudo on Sundays, Saturdays or Sundays, and some barbacoa. But I've been taking it easy with a menudo. I didn't eat one this weekend, but yeah, I like menudo, especially the ones that had good flavor.
Yeah, the one at Hina tastes pretty good, man. It tastes alright. It's better than
Leonard
what I
says,
like.
"Menudo for me, I have no taste." He said he can't taste nothing.
The reason I like the menudo, where I tell you, primo, is that it doesn't have that much grasa in the stew. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
clear.
that much.
It's clear before you even add lemon to it. The soup is clear, man.
Oh wow, is it made out of scratch? Like the chili, tortillas are fresh there at the restaurant.
Yeah, man, they make them fresh, man. They're little, but they're handmade.
Oh wow,
It's not like in Raymondville, man. When you go, they give you this big, giant flying saucer, just one. Yeah, them restaurants in Raymondville, man, they give you the big old frisbee, man. It's like about the size of a plate.
a tortilla.
Yep.
But they do make some tacos pretty big there, right?
Yeah, with the big old burritos.
Big burritos. How you doing,
No,
brother?
man, I disagree. This is not caldo weather. This is baby making weather. That's what they're born in the summer.
We're just chit chatting right now before we get to the nitty gritty. Talking about the DDN, Dark Shadows, Unseen Evil.
I like arroz con pollo, Chris Anderson, but I like it Cuban style, bro.
Josh, the rice has a lot of sugar in it.
Well, the way the Cubans do it, man, they cook it with beer. The rice,
With beer?
they cook it with beer, so it gets really, really starchy. And they get the chicken breast, man, and they cut it up and they cook it with the rice. They throw what do you call that vegetable, man? Celery in it. Celery and the chicken, the rice, and I don't know what else they throw it in there, man, and they cook it together in the pressure cooker. Comes out delicious, man. The best chicken and rice I ever tasted al estilo cubano. And the rice is white when it comes out.
Dry rice.
hmm Every time you scoop some in your
You make
bowl, man, it'll have some little chicken in there.
you make everybody making everybody hungry, cousin.
I know, man, I'm starting to drool. No, un arroz con pollo, chico, con frijoles negros, coño.
I had some enchiladas con you earlier. Beef enchiladas and cheese enchiladas.
Yeah, my dad used to cook that, man, and it was the best thing that he ever made.
Cosa moro?
Arroz con pollo con frijoles negros, coño. I don't like fish tacos, runner. I'm a Mexican. I like real tacos. Tienen que tener frijoles, bro.
We used to have fish fries all the time down there. The ocean is right there. You used to go fishing, primo?
Yeah, I don't like fish, primo, simply for the fact that when I was a kid, my dad worked at Port O'Connor, and
Mm-hmm.
we would have fish every freaking day. Fish stew, crab. I hate the smell of fish, man.
Brother just Turner, he's on patrol and needs to eat.
Oh man, you need to eat. You need some Taco Bell. Nah, I'm kidding, man. No self-respect in Mexico would ever eat at Taco Bell.
Run to the border.
You'd be running for the bathroom.
It happens every time. That's why I
Yeah.
don't go to Taco Bell. Taco Bell messes up your stomach. It's good on tacos if you prepare it right.
I'll tell you what I did at one time, Ridge Runner. I was married with a black girl, man, and I made her say I quit. I bought chicken every day for 2 weeks, and she was like, "I don't want no more chicken." I go, "But I love chicken." I made her quit. She threw up the white flag for fried chicken, man. Yeah, I know you love fish, little brother. I can't take it.
I can eat some. I can eat some fish. I mean, we live. How far is Port Mansfield, cousin? From Remo,
About
twenty
about
three
30 or
miles.
40, about 30 or 45 minutes, man, from Raymondville.
Yeah, to go fishing. We used to go fishing every weekend.
Just like when you go to a damn, what's the name of that damn restaurant?
Chorro
Uh,
Bill. She said Chorro Bill. Taco Bill.
oh, what's the name of that damn restaurant, man? Chipotle. You get fake guacamole because that guacamole comes in a 5 gallon bucket, man.
Oh man,
Yeah, you can eat a lot of things, carnal. Don't mean it's good for you.
I like going to Red Lobster sometimes, but man, it's expensive as hell now,
I've never
and
been to Red Lobster, cousin,
they
because I
don't
don't
give you
like seafood.
that much fish. Now they got this other restaurant, this other place, Cajun fish, but
Yeah. Runner, there's two other
the
places
guacamole.
you need to stay away from. You need to stay away from Pancho's and stay away from El Phoenix. Those are like
Taco Bell,
Mexican restaurants, man.
Taco Bueno.
Taco malo. Taco malo.
No, there was a place called Taco Bueno,
Yeah, there is. They have like a couple here in Fort Worth, man.
and this Taco Bueno is kind of like Taco Bell, worse than Taco Bell. In San Antonio, they used to have this restaurant called El Sombrero. It was like
Don't
literally
say,
in the shape of a sombrero, the restaurant.
don't say chicharrones, Jeff, because you're gonna activate my brother Gilbert. He loves that shit.
Yeah, chicharrones is good.
My brother's the only man I know that'll walk into a taco place and walk out with like 6 different tacos and eat all of them before he leaves the parking lot.
What?
Yeah,
Got a box
uno
of
de
Red Lobster.
lengua, uno de barbacoa, uno de carnitas, uno de chicharrón, uno de.
He'd be like licking his fingers.
Yep. There's a place out here that I haven't tried. Primo is called Frijoles. They say they serve pretty good food, but I ain't never gone. See, there he is. He activated my brother Gilbert. He's all about his chicharrones. Goes in there and gets like a mountain of tacos before he leaves. There's a place over here, man, that started out with one restaurant, a taco truck, and then one restaurant. Now he's got like 3 or 4 different restaurants, man, different areas, and they all got a picture of my brother holding a fucking taco on the wall.
What? For real? They got a picture of Gilbert holding a taco.
Yeah, because he buys so many tacos, man. He was made him able to be able to make more restaurants than just that one in that taco truck.
You're joking,
They got
right?
him. They got him as the main patron and
The
the biggest
mascot.
supporter. Yeah.
For real, man?
I'm sorry, Andres. I don't mean to make you hungry. I say black variety, dude. You don't like anything that to eat that doesn't come in taco form, man. Be quiet. Gotta be a taco, or you're not happy. In Pittsburgh, there ain't nothing
Chicharrón on
better
top of
on top
the
of ramen, bro, than some Cheetos. Yeah, that's like that new one, bro. That if that burrito is not 3 to 4 pounds of food, man, it's not anything, man. That's a big old heavy burrito. You gotta hold it with both hands.
from the location.
The Nueva de Zacatecas.
Do they have a barbacoa and all that?
They have everything, any kind of meat you want, they have it there, man.
How much the
and
burritos
they
run?
about $10. But that burrito, like I said, it's 3 to 4 pounds of food, man.
Wow.
No, yeah, taco choro.
Oh man.
Monica, they probably were guilty of selling human meat. That's why they closed them down.
What's that?
McDonald's.
Oh
They used
wow.
to have three McDonald's, and they closed all three.
La chinga what? La chingada taqueria.
An original name.
But the tacos like over there in LA and California, they're different than the US. I mean
Hmm.
than Texas. They put a lot of hot spices on those suckers, man. Like they're spicy as hell.
Yeah, I heard from that the comedian Fluffy, man, that there's some places you go and you eat. By the time you leave the parking lot, you already got the squirts.
Uh,
Make people, yeah, just about, Josh. Yes, I do. I really do. That's the God honest truth. Every time we go, man, I always wind up spilling the soda and the burrito. Welcome, prima Beatriz. ¿Cómo estás? Love you.
how you doing, sis?
Oh, starting to get hungry from all this food talk. Por eso te pierdo al viviste.
She said
Yeah.
Chicago has some fire taco spots, but all in the neighborhoods were likely to get shot. There you go. So since we've been
Yeehaw.
talking about food for about 43 minutes,
Ooh.
is everybody I mean, yeah, food
Don't be
for
talking about those tortillas you make, Prima. You know you make some damn good tortillas. Don't be teasing with those tortillas. Because I don't have any homemade here. I have store bought.
is in New Mexico.
Yep. He's getting the
Yeah.
probe. He's getting the probe.
Watch out with those aliens over there, man. But like look at that burrito. They
Oh
call them
no, man!
burrito.
They're gonna need 2 fingers at least. And you haven't seen the size of my brother's backside.
Uh I think there's a lot of locations down in the Rio Grande Valley, brother Josh. I know that are pretty good, better than the Austin
Mm.
restaurants. Honestly,
And you don't even have to go to a restaurant. Go somewhere where they have stripes. See if you don't come out there singing "Oh, Hallelujah."
yeah. I've been to the restaurants in Austin, but man, the restaurants down in the Rio Grande Valley, man, real good, real good food. You know, almost every town has a restaurant, man. I know there's a couple of Austin they have there, but man, the back home is homemade tortillas.
Mother's milk.
Oh yeah.
Are you gonna stay there for a long time, Beatriz?
It says, but benefits are good in Cali. It's about it. Oh no. Oh, he's talking about California.
Oh,
Oh yeah, yeah.
oh yeah.
I can't really say. There were some in the Rio Grande Valley where I grew up that were pretty good. There's the ones that are here in Tempo. They're okay. Even some of the Killeen ones, they're okay. But I've been to the ones in Austin. I've been to the ones in San Antonio. Uh, but it's not the same compared to where I grew up. It's the food has a lot more flavor. Nobody.
Yep, yep. Love South Texas
And this
cookies.
way, I could go to a bar on a Sunday, sit down, drink me a beer, and eat food for free on the botanas.
Yep, they that's how they get people to come to the bar. They make
It's not
botanas,
botanas. They have fajitas. They have tripas, which is
molleja.
tripe, mollejas. So you're drinking beer and eating food all day, just about no, because or a certain time frame that they have the food.
Yep,
It's like a buffet. You don't have to pay for the food. The food is free so long you just keep on drinking beer.
as long as you keep paying for the beer.
Yeah. Well, in Spanish, it's called a botana, which will be kind of like a buffet, no? Or go, no, a botana is just a cookout, like a cookout, right?
Cook up.
So I would go there, the one by where my uncle lived, and I would go with some friends, some guys that were working with me at Walmart. They invite me to the botanas for Sunday, man. It was their Sunday botanas. And man, I would tear up the food. Here you go. Such the best Mexican food is if you make it at home. It's
Primo's
better for
always
the
just
body.
Prima knows that she can cook, dude. She's always just teasing me with that food she makes, man. She knows I love that. Reminds me of the good old days back when I was getting dragged under beds.
Yeah, and then sometimes some of these restaurants, what they do is some of the food that they cook, like for lunch, is not really fresh. It's food from the day before. All they do is warm it up, and only God knows sometimes how long the food is
Around has
sitting there.
been sitting there. Yeah.
So sometimes you taste a bite out of the food, and it's got like a taste like not a good taste, like it's not fresh. The rice is not fresh. The beans are not fresh.
You mean kind of like Kentucky Fried Chicken? That's what they do with their chicken. You don't know how long it's been sitting there. That's why it's soggy. That's why they asked me original or extra crispy. I said as long as it's not extra soggy.
And the menudo, you can tell when it's not fresh when you get it. And it's warm, but it don't have the natural flavor. It's like it's been frozen. They warm it up, and it's got that frozen taste to it. It'll taste fresh. So it's always good to make it at your house.
I think I've only made menudo twice in my lifetime, man.
Yeah, I'm here. We're talking about food, big time. How about the tamales? So we're talking about food.
My
People try
favorite
to sell me
tamale.
a tamal like the size of my finger. Like hell no, I'm buying no a dozen. They're the size of my pinky.
And then they
I would
want 30
sell them
bucks
to you
for
for
them.
like $25.
And here, dude, I buy them from the pastor's wife at the church. She makes Salvadorian tamales, man. They're huge, man.
With a green chile.
Con rajas.
Those are huge tamales.
Usually, when they sell them at church, they make tamales and they make pupusas. I buy a dozen tamales and like six or eight pupusas.
How much does a dozen cost?
A dozen will cost $16 because they sell them by the half dozen, $8 a half dozen. So a whole dozen is $16, and every pupusa is $2.
You know where I'm going tomorrow morning? Go visit a taqueria nearby.
Dame unos tacos, güey.
Man, real me
Yeah,
dice tamales de queso.
those are called rajas.
They get some big old burritos, man. Breakfast burritos for like $6.50.
You know
Huge.
what I don't like when you go to a place like that, man, that they warm up your tortilla? It's like if they put it in their sobaco and then they serve you, man, because the tortilla is not fully cooked on either side, man. You can still smell it. It smells like it's not
Yeah,
really cooked.
yeah. My sister should be throwing down with a carne guisada.
You're just making me drool, Beatrice. You need to stop, man. Quit teasing me with your cooking. You know I love your cooking. Yeah, Josh, not just the prices, the fact that they don't have very much meat in them or
Oh,
stuffing in them. It's all masa.
is, is it like eating corn? That's all it is. Like eating the masa, the corn masa.
I'll tell you what they did to me in Mississippi, primo. I went down there and then we were gonna. There was like one day left before we left the restaurant that we were going to. I asked them if they made menudo. They said no, but they would make it special for me. So okay, I go, I don't mind paying extra, just make it. So I went and they served me a bowl, dude, and it was all right. So I thought I'd get some in one of those 32-ounce cups, man, to take for lunch. Dude, it was felt so heavy, man. I was so happy, man. I was gonna have my noodle for lunch, right? I went and put that in the microwave, man. I never found any meat. I threw all the jugo out at the very bottom. Venía un pedazo de carne and some hominy at the very bottom. It was just a one piece of meat and one hominy. The rest was
Uh,
nothing but caldo, man. I got pissed, man, because I paid for that stuff, man, and then they did me like that. That was messed up, man.
Sometimes I'll be ordering the crispy tripa burrito, man, with avocado.
I can't eat tripas, man. I'm sorry.
Crispy, crispy.
You know what, Runner? One time I wound up working at this construction site. They told me I was working for a temp company, man. They told me that I was gonna be in a warehouse cutting sheet metal. So I took a real light jacket. Well, these suckers sent me to a construction zone out there near Dallas, man, and all I had was a sweater on. We were doing landscaping, right? And this taco truck came up around lunchtime. The dude that had the tripas is the dude that wound up going to the hospital, man. He ate those tripas and he got food poisoning automatically, man. Automatically. Not even 5 minutes after he ate, he started getting sick and throwing up. He turned blue. He was sick, man. They had to come call the ambulance to come get him. I don't eat nothing like that from no taco truck. You don't know how long it's been there, man.
The tripas are crispy with some lime on it, some
I don't know.
some pico de gallo or the salsa with avocado on it. Oh man, and a corn tortilla. Ooh, man.
Nah, man, I don't care how much you wash, so there's always some poop in there. What's up, exuberance?
Anybody like catfish?
I don't like any kind of fish, man. I don't like, especially not bottom dweller.
Yeah, I've been going to buffets. They have buffets of catfish. Man,
Yeah, man, that's what all the gay guys tell the straight guys. You don't know what you're missing. Oh.
That's messed up, man. That's messed up. You really messed up your bro, man.
I know what you mean, Chris Anderson. No matter how good you wash them, there's always shit in there.
What's up, primo? How about barbacoa? I like me some
Hello,
barbacoa.
Cynthia. How you doing, girl? Nice to see you. I know, right, Gilbert? Do we have 3K yet, cousin? Or is it still showing 299.99.99?
Monica Davis said she likes seafood. We're still at 2,999. That's what I show. If anybody hasn't hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button. I know we're not even on topic. We're just for almost an hour we'll be talking about food. Because everybody must be hungry on the lobby.
we, we all hungry as hell, man.
I'm gonna hit them enchiladas back up in a moment.
You know, the way my mom makes enchiladas, she doesn't roll them, man. She stacks them like pancakes, man.
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
layer has cheese and onions on it, man. I like them that way.
With a lot of cheese.
Yep, a lot of cheese.
Maybe one day I'll buy some tamales from this lady. They're pretty big, and I'll have a show of me eating the tamale in front of everybody.
You don't want to do that, man. Josh wants you to throw him a link, man.
Man, he wants to talk about food. All right, here we go.
I like casserole enchiladas, Beatriz. Yeah, seafood tacos are not good, Monica. I don't care what anybody says. That's a disrespect to tortillas. Yeah, I told him already, exuberance. But thank
There you
you.
go.
Spiritual encrypted food critics.
There we go. We're gonna change his name to something else. We're getting out. We're getting out of the cryptic community. Last night we were spiritual encrypted love connection. Now it's spiritual and what critic critic encounters,
Cryptic
food
food
critic
critics.
encounters.
Hey, there's nothing wrong about talking food, Tony Loom. What's up, Gary Lopez? How you doing, man?
Yeah, you can never feel go wrong. I like eating when I was in Germany the gyros, the gyro pitas. The pita was thick. It's kind of reminded me of a tortilla, but man, the lamb meat, real lamb meat, remind me of fajitas, but didn't have the taste of fajitas, but had like a certain
Yeah,
taste to it. But that's
I got
okay.
I got some lamb, dude. I could not eat it, man. I couldn't. I didn't like the taste. I gave it to the dogs. They enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's good, man. It give you a certain taste in your mouth that'll last you for about a couple of days with a
Yes,
certain with a certain sauce.
Well, I think Abe already sent it to him, Cynthia. I already told him that he wanted a link. What's up,
Yeah,
Dennis?
I sent him a link already.
Sure, runner, spiritual and cryptic taco lovers. I know, right, Prima? I don't like lamb. I can't take the taste. I don't like eating sweaters. I have never had a gyro. I'll be right back, cousin. Gotta run like the
All right.
stockings.
Yeah, I got to eat the real gyro in Germany. Man, I used to go, you know, partying. I was 19, drinking all night, and between 10:30 and like 12:30, the restaurant will close where I would go to. It's like they knew me there. They would sit me down. They give me a complimentary drink of wine, and I order. They already knew what I wanted, and they'll bring me the pita. It was huge, man. Sometimes I was so hungry that I'll eat me two of those suckers. But yeah, it was real lamb meat. You could see it spinning, and they cut the lamb meat off of it, and they fry it. They saute it with onions and different kinds of like sauteed onions. You could say mushrooms, different things that they'll put on it. But they put the big pita. It was as big as a plate, and they put all the meat on there, like a pile of meat. Luckily, when I went there, the mark wasn't that expensive. The dollar was worth more than the mark, so we could get a lot of things very cheap. Uh, the beers were cheap, the food was cheap because the dollar cost more than the mark at the time. Uh, Jaga Schnitzel, Sugar Schnitzel, Schnitzels, uh, Bratwurst. I mean, I just ate about everything over there when I was stationed in Germany. Calzone pizzas that were made in a real oven, not that's made out with wood. Those calzone pizzas. I think they call them. I can't remember the name of the chicken, but they were roasted chicken on a real roaster. I mean, yeah, those pizzerias, they deliver some good food. Pamphlets. There's Brother Josh Turner right there. Oh, there we go. Hello. Good evening. How you doing, brother?
What's going on, guys?
What's going on? Welcome.
Just here, man. We were going to talk about this DDN, but man, the topic of the food seems everybody's excited over here.
He
Got their
said,
mouth
sounds
all
like
watery.
everybody wants to go eat some pozole instead of talking about the dog man, man. Uh,
Yeah,
uh, Marasqueta, man. What about Marasqueta? Nobody wants to eat that. The Rusk con pollo.
Hey,
Uh,
Gilbert, you're not Vicente Fernandez, güey. Cállate.
was like Gilbert. Well, man, what's just the other one? Primo. Well, yeah, pozole, pero the one that's got the chicken. with the certain red sauce.
Mole.
Mole. You ever eat mole?
Yeah, mole. I don't like
What was
mole,
that?
man.
I like the green mole.
Yeah, I like green. Yeah, the green mole is better. My tia used to make it with peanut butter. Puro peanut
You have
butter.
to,
Nah, no bueno.
you,
I don't like it
you have
like
to
that,
make it
bro.
with peanut butter, man. You have to make it with peanut butter. Tastes good.
Yeah, but you put too much though, then it starts to taste funky, like it's too sweet or something. And then sometimes like cocoa powder, like like too much, man. And this like they'd be like, mas cocoa, yeah, of course, because they want it to taste like azúcar. Then mis primos, they want to they want to eat like little kids and shit. And I'm like, nah, man, I'm not eating that shit. And my mom would make it, and it would be real dark, and she would put the cocoa powder in there, kind of have a bitter taste, and just a little bit of peanut. You wouldn't taste all that other crap. But now, a lot of places they won't make it. Like there's a couple places here in Austin that'll make it, but so many people are allergic to peanuts now because of the damn vaccines that they can't even like, they're like, oh, we can't have it. So if you eat mole, they can't put any peanut stuff in it at all. You know what I mean? Like, so it just comes out weird.
I've been eating goat before also too. Cabrito. We would
Oh yeah.
cabrito or pig. We put it in like in a hole,
Dude,
cover it, wrap it, brasas. Man,
I
that'd
remember
be
when Tony
some
got
good meat in
arrested
there.
for animal cruelty, man. He was trying to kill that pig he raised to eat it. And every time he stabbed that damn pig, it would run around the house and he'd chase it. And the pig would get to the front of the house and stop, and Tio Tony would catch up to it and stab it again, and he would take off running. The cops
That,
came and
Oh my
arrested him.
gosh. Oh
The
my
cops, the,
gosh.
cop, the cops came and arrested him for cruelty to animals.
Well, that's the the older generation. I mean, that's how they did it. Like, you know, you go outside on a barbecue and cabrito, and you just, I mean, they would just do it right there. But
Yeah,
they
no.
would do it like at a child's
yeah,
birthday
they would
party,
say,
or something.
yeah, they said don't get too friendly with a pig, or don't get too friendly with a goat, don't get too friendly with a turkey because that was going to be your meal for the day.
And that was my downfall, man. Is I got friendly with Billy, and then one
Billy.
time Billy disappeared, and I went into the garage, and walked in just in time to see my grandfather slit his throat.
Oh
Ah,
man.
Well, like, no, Billy. So I got trauma, man. I won't eat any goat meat, man. Then I saw him go from his hind foot all the way to the front and just skin him with a knife, man.
Oh man.
So yeah, I got trauma over that shit, man. I don't eat goat, anything like
it's
that.
too much. It's too much manteca in it anyway, dude. Cabrito is real
I
greasy, man. I
literally
don't
got
know.
a picture. I literally got a picture of me with a turkey meal. Well, the turkey was still alive when I was a kid. That I'm standing there and the turkey is right there with us. It's freaking huge, man. Big turkey. Uh, I don't know, but I was a kid standing by the turkey. You know, I was playing with the turkey. I just didn't know it was going to be our meal for Thanksgiving. It was a
Yeah, that
big,
happened
big
to me
small
when I
turkey.
was a kid, man. My dad's side, the Walil side. We were out there at the ranch, and he told my great uncle's ranch, and they told me which calf I wanted, and I'm like, and this my cousin told me that, he was like, he was always kind of a dickhead. He was older, and he told me, yeah, go out there, pick out one of them calves. Like he acted like it was gonna be my pet. And so I did. I went out there and I said, what about him? I like him. And so they went and they got that calf, and then later on, in the summer, we were eating chicken fried steak, and my cousin Muff was like, "Yeah, that calf you pointed at, that's what you're eating right there." He said, he loved telling me that, dude. Like he's
Oh man,
this pinche puto way, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's real cute. Thanks for telling me that." Now I didn't want to eat the rest of the summer.
that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean that's country people, though. I mean, that's how you're raised, like.
My sister said she's eaten squirrel before that it tastes just like chicken.
Man, everything tastes like chicken, but chicken.
Frog,
Hey man,
frog.
Hey, you remember my first baby mama, man? My baby mama Mary.
Rattlesnake.
You remember my baby mama Mary, cousin?
Yeah.
I used to live across the street from her, man. And one day she came over with a plate, dude. It was some meat, some kind of meat with beans and potatoes and homemade tortillas. And she goes, "¿Quieres, mijo?" I said, "Hell yeah!" I put the plate down, man. And she sat there and watched me eat it. She sat there and watched me eat it, man. When I was done, if there was nothing on the plate, she goes, "Hey, did you enjoy that?" I go, "Yes, it was delicious." And she goes, "You know what you ate?" I said, "No." She goes, "You just ate raccoon."
Ah,
Oh man.
I said, "No,
hope
not
it was cooked
raccoon."
all the way, or you're gonna get rabies.
It was
Ah,
delicious, man. And then a couple of weeks later, she came back, man, with another plate, and this time it was looked like ground beef with potatoes and of course some beans and some homemade flour tortillas. And she goes, "Ten, mijo." Man, I smelled it. I didn't smell nothing wrong. I ate it, man. I ate it, man. And then I was like licking the plate, dude, with the tortilla. And she goes, "Te gustó, mijo?" I go, "Yeah." She goes, "You just ate some pasta." I said, "No."
Oh,
ah,
But I caught on, man. I caught on. The last time she came in, man, she came in with a soup, and I stuck my spoon in there, man, and that bones that I pulled out had a lot of ribs on it, so I knew automatically what it was. I should have eaten it, but I didn't, man. She tried to feed me rattlesnake soup.
oh
yeah, I've eaten
man.
rattlesnake. Do you guys
So
eat
yeah,
tripas?
I don't eat tripas, man. No matter how you clean them, there's always shit in there. But my
I
brother
hate
Gilbert likes
tripas,
You
man.
know,
my brother
crispy,
Gilbert likes to eat those tripas.
crispy with some lemon on it, some pico de gallo, and
Mm,
some avocado on a corn tortilla. But you have to really deep fry the tripa in a disco. Is a disc.
yeah.
Yeah,
When they're fried that way, it kills anything that is not there because it fries the hell out of them. The deep fryer, it's like a deep fryer. We call it a disco. Yeah, they would always invite me and my cuñados uh, to go eat tripas at their house, man. They had the disc going on, the tripas were frying. Or sometimes they'll have fajita nachos, you know, thrown down with the fajitas and big old plates of nachos with jalapeno and tomato and whatever, all the things that to put on there, you know.
what I like is
Also,
like you were talking about the valley, man. There used to be a place down there in Port Isabel. I can't remember the name of it, dude, but they would come to the table and they would make the guacamole there fresh in front of you with like the mocajete.
yeah,
And they had the camal, they make the tortillas right there, and they had like a different types of like this was years ago back in the '90s, man. But they had like the only fish tacos I ever liked. They made it right there, and they had like the pico de gallo de fresca is really good, man. And they would put limon on there, and they had the fish on the grill, and they would have whatever was caught that day. They'd have catch of the day. You know what I mean? Like whatever it was, dude, like snapper or roughy or whatever, and then you could order that, and you could get it chopped up and put it into tacos. It was really good, dude. I like that place. I can't remember the name of it, man. But I used to go there and I'd be like drinking, cerveza and just, doing shots and then just eat fish and tacos and shit. But it's different when you guys, y'all down there in Port Isabel. I mean, it's right there. You know, uh, like it's just right there. South Padre. But you guys, you're down in the valley like all the time. It's not a big deal to y'all, because the
yeah.
ocean is just right there, man. But for some people that are like, from up here, it's like way down there, so it's a little different.
I'll tell you what, cousin. There was one time I ate some catan, but the way my ex brother prepared it, he left it overnight in some what the hell I can't even remember what it was called, man. But he left it soaking and
Marinated.
marinated in ¿cómo se llama esta madre? I can't say it, but he left it marinated overnight and it took all the fishy smell off of it. Then he breaded that thing and threw it in the disco. Man, that was delicious, man. In vinegar,
Yeah,
he left it
make it like
marinated in
chicharron.
vinegar. He left it marinated in vinegar all night.
Yeah,
And then
You're talking about fish?
yeah, alligator gar.
Oh, dude, alligator gar. Oh God, man. Ugh.
it's got a
Those
lot of
things
little
eat
bones,
anything,
but
man.
when you deep fry it, it becomes like chicharron.
I mean, he filleted
Yeah.
that thing, man. He took every bone out of there. It was nothing but fillet, man. Because it was
Oh,
huge.
Good.
It was at least 12 feet long. The one that we caught.
And what, he rolled it in masa?
He he took it out of the vinegar. He dipped it in egg and rolled it in cornmeal.
Cornmeal. Oh yeah, yeah.
Then he threw all that in the disc and fried it outside.
nice.
It was delicious, man. I had never
Hey,
eaten
I know what
fish.
you're talking about, Jesse, about that Cuban arroz con pollo, man. Yeah, dude. My favorite though, when I was growing up, was fideo. Fideo, el pulco de
No,
fideo. It's really good, man. My mom
it
used to make
is
that
good,
shit
man.
with
But
pork tips or beef tips.
the way my dad made that arroz con pollo, we lost that family recipe, man. Everybody loved that recipe. Even my little brother's wife would come over with a big old pan, tell my dad, "Put it in here, put it in here." It was delicious, man. It was really, really it was real sticky. And the chicken, since the chicken and the rice were done together, instead of water, he would use beer. It was really, really starchy. There you go, starchy, and it would stick together real good, man.
Oh yeah, that carne asada. That's what I was gonna say. My mother,
Carniza.
she would make carne asada, and it was like out of this world, dude. And if you make it right, man, oh man. And then it's really good. You can mix the carne asada with
With the beans and rice.
with the
Yeah.
beans and rice, yeah, and put it in the tacos.
Mm.
And one of the things that I used to like, my mom would make this homemade salsa, that salsa verde, and then she would make some like guacamole. She would make it homemade, fresh, but sometimes she would mix it with this salsa, and it was kind of like that creamy green sauce. And I would eat so much of it, I get sick, dude. It was so good. And so I'm out in California. That's why I think their food sucks out there, man. Because I go out there, and I mean, there might be a few places somewhere, but from LA to San Francisco, they wasn't shit, man. When it comes to Mexican food, I didn't like it. But I guess because I grew up here, and I spent a lot of time down in the valley, So my dad's friend, who's my godfather, he had a trucking company down there, American Logistics Trucking. And so, I used to go down there all the time, man, and we would stay down there for like, extended periods of time. So my dad, he kind of halfway grew up down in the valley, man. Even though he's a Walil, like he could speak Spanish, and so, you know, I was down there like a lot, and that was the thing. I mean, like we ate like real Mexican food. So yeah, South Texas, you can't really beat it. I mean, that's kind of like the best to me. Like where
There's
you guys
Mexican
grew up,
food everywhere, man. In
that's
our
the
town,
yeah.
the gas stations, all the gas stations sell tacos
Hmm.
fresh. Like
Oh, I'm
every
sorry,
gas
Senior
station.
Dribbles. You want us to stop talking about food? I'm sorry, man. He's just gonna have to go
T-
if the food talk continues. He's
We're gonna have
hungry.
to change the
tell
name
them,
to yeah.
siéntete, siéntete, cállate la boca.
Hey, Emo, check out how my brother's gonna answer, man. My grandma used to make a badass carne con masa, and the only one that knows that recipe is my sister Susie, man. But if you wanna bring Gilbert over, no matter where he is, man, just tell him, hey, I got carne con masa, and you see how fast that food comes to your house.
Carne con
No,
masa.
Mm-hmm.
you guys, if you go to California and you ask for carne gasada, they don't know what the hell you're talking about, dude. Like they try to give you carne asada, like steak. They'll give you like a steak. So when
Yeah,
I
yeah.
went there to the restaurants there in LA, and I was out there, and I was in East LA too, man. Like puro mexicanos, a lot of Mexican people there, Chicanos and Mexicanos. And so
Fucking
I
good.
would ask them straight up, man. Carne asada, they didn't know what the hell it was, dude. They didn't know what the freaking hell I was talking about.
You see Gilbert Achilles heel?
You say you bastard.
Hey
He
man, it's
doesn't know.
like when I went to Mississippi, Primo. I asked for fajitas. They didn't know what the hell they were. It was a Mexican restaurant, man. It was a Mexican restaurant. I asked them for fajitas. ¿Y qué es eso? ¿Qué es eso? ¿No sabes qué son fajitas, güey? Nah, man, what are fajitas? I go, it's a skirt steak, cut in
Yeah, skirt
strips.
steak.
Oh. I go, in Texas, we call them fajitas. Oh, well, we didn't know that's what you call them.
Yeah, there's no such thing as chicken fajita.
Yeah.
It's
I,
seasoned like that, but yeah,
the
fajita is
way they
actually a
cook it.
skirt. You know.
Yeah. It says, Wolf knows he's Mexican food. Carne guisada easy to make, mijo. Does Nelly know how to make it? With a question mark.
She makes a lot of stuff, but she doesn't make that. Her mom used to make all kinds of stuff, but see, Nellie's from California, and her mother didn't make carne asada. You know, like Matias, the last one alive now that knows how to make the carne asada the way that we would make it is my sister. She knows how to make it, but both of my sisters are real weird, so I don't ask them for anything. I ask them for carne asada, and they'll probably want me to pay a car payment or something. So no, it's good.
Hey, man, my sister is one of the very few Mexican women that I know that makes tortillas from scratch, man. She doesn't buy the flour that's already prepared. She makes it from scratch.
Matia Jovita does that. Jovita makes the tortillas from scratch, straight up, man. She was the one that made the best tortillas in the whole family, Matia.
Well, I'm from the Rio Grande Valley. Exuberance, what do you expect, bro?
Everything was homemade.
Yeah,
Because you
corn
haven't
tortillas are good if they're made right. I don't usually like them because people don't make them right, man. But a good Mexican restaurant though, they'll have good homemade both corn and flour tortilla, but it never happens. It's always they have one or the other. They don't have both.
there's a place over here in Fort Worth, man, Chuy's. They have good Mexican flour tortillas, and their corn tortillas are pretty good too, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. It started here in Austin. Chewy's. I'm not big on Chewy's,
No,
man.
that Chuy's does not have anything to do with the Chuy's here, man.
Oh, it's a different one, huh?
Yeah, it's a different one. The Chuy's I'm talking about is Fort Worth made, man. Because they got one over here off of 7th Street in Fort Worth that's a Chuy's, but it's not affiliated with the Chuy's from Fort Worth. You go to
We
the
talked
Chuy's
about
here.
that on the show the other night, like why people what Chewy who like what that is. When someone is named Pepe, that means their name is Jose. When they're Chewy, they're Jesus. Typically, yeah, that's how that goes. And people ask me why that is, and I said, man, I don't know, dude. That's just how it is growing up Mexican. This is what it is, bro. I have no idea. I never understood that because Chewy doesn't even sound like Jesus. I mean, I don't
My
know.
the Chuy's here in Fort Worth, man. When you go there, they serve big portions, man. So you're gonna get your money's worth. That's why I go there, man, because they serve big portions. And let's say I go in for lunch and have the carne asada platter at 6 or 7 o'clock at night. I'm still full from 12 o'clock, man. That's how much food they put on the plate.
Oh, wow.
My ex-father came in from California, and I took him to eat there. He couldn't believe the portions on the plate. So that's what we're any restaurant I go to here in Fort Worth is because they have good portions. I don't have to pay for 40, $50 and get like maybe one spoon of beans and, and stuff like that. Nah, man.
The best, let me tell y'all, the best fajitas I've ever eaten in my life is at a chain called Lupe Tortilla. Lupe Tortilla, I'm telling you, I promise you, dude. If you go there and you eat the beef, now the chicken, you get the chicken anywhere, it tastes just like it. But the beef, they marinate it in this lime sauce, man.
Hey
and
G,
it
we're
is
talking about.
so good.
Hey G, we're talking about Bigfoot's eating Mexican food, bro. That's what we're talking about. The Bigfoot is a Mexican. That's why his name is
Chewy,
Patas Grandes.
Chewbacca.
Patas Grandes.
Chewy Baca,
Is
Jesus
a
Baca.
Chewy and a Baca. Chewy and a cow. Chewbacca.
Uh, what
Yeah,
about
primo.
lingua? Y'all eat lingua? I don't like lingua.
Lengua's
Yeah.
okay, man, when it's barbacoa, but I prefer the cheek meat.
Oh
The
yeah,
head.
the barbacoa is good, but it could be real full of manteca too, grease.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know, man.
I like
Says
I don't like
they're greasy.
lingua. I don't like sesos either.
I like I even like the eyeballs, man. They're delicious.
What the hell?
Ugh.
Hey man,
Chingala.
like the gay guy said, don't knock it till you tried it.
Oh,
Pinche Horto, he's like,
oh,
hey, let's
dude.
eat the lengua. El culo, es lengua en el culo.
That's called a rusty trombone, brother.
Oh, God.
Ay, cachino, man. Uh,
Gil-
Uh,
Gilbert, Gilbert loves lengua.
they loves lengua.
is Gilbert Ponzon? Is he big? Is he big guy or what?
Yeah, my little brother weighs a little over 300 pounds, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
so he
shit.
eats a lot. He eats a lot. Does he eat the sesos and huevos?
I don't know if he eats huevos, man, but yeah, I don't have those bad habits.
Uh, everything is huevos, man. Like if you say
Uh,
huevos in Spanish, folks, that can mean a lot of things. But it's an egg. It's an egg, but it can also mean your nutsack.
huevos rancheros. Put on a cowboy hat. You want some huevos rancheros?
We will
His
enjoy that, G. Have a good night, brother.
over easy eggs with the green sauce or the red sauce on it. Huevos rancheros.
You know, when I
My
was a
dad,
kid, we would eat cow head too, man. Like the vaca cabeza.
Yeah.
You know,
let's
you
go
just eat it,
barbacoa,
man.
man.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
barbacoa, basically. You know.
why you gotta deny it, little brother?
He says
Ay, ay,
no,
ay.
no balls or brains.
You don't like the criadilla?
I think everybody, if you grew up Mexican or you're from the country, everybody's been tricked by the mountain oysters, dude. Everybody's been through that shit, man. Like, you know, I think that's just part of it, dude. They're like, oh yeah, you're eating balls, dude. They're gonna try to sneak it in on you or something, you know.
I remember the first time, man, that I was cooking some mollejas, man. I had never seen them. I didn't know what they were. And this dude, I asked him, "What the hell is this thing?" He goes, "It's a molleja." I go, "Well, what is it?" He goes, "A molleja." I go, "What's it called in English?" I can't say what he told me they were called because of all the females that are in the room. But yeah, he told me that's what they were called.
Uh,
That's what mollejas are, primo. The blue oysters.
I don't know what. I've never tasted it, man. I didn't even did. They were too slimy, man. I did not like them, man. Nah, I'm good.
nah.
Hello,
Balls,
Anthony Moreno. How
muscle,
you doing, man?
balls.
Almost an hour and a half just talking food, Primo. We haven't even got on topic yet, man.
That's all right. I mean, I could always
Everybody
change the
has
title to
it.
"Spiritual Encrypted Food
Food
Talk."
critics.
Oh man,
Cynthia.
she said she was tricked with balls. What?
she was never tricked with balls, and her dad would knock somebody out. He would try to do that.
Oh man.
Nah, you know, it seems like it's a guy thing, though. You know, because it's like, oh, you ate testicles or something. Because they tried to trick me with that shit, man, and I was like, nah, I'm not eating that shit.
I'd rather eat the balut than testicles, man. Thank you.
The what?
The balut. It's a Filipino delicacy, man.
What's that?
Well, it comes in a chicken egg, man. You crack the top, and then you eat the little duck that's inside.
Yeah, fuck that. I know what that is. It's
Oh,
gross.
you buy it for $20? $20 a duck?
Oh, look, we finally got one. Silent Storm. Finally, how you censor in your chat, but one about the government censoring you. And then core regressives. And then he says coward. So Silent Storm needs to go, primo.
Yeah, I got them.
Ya sacaste
There's
el
a
boleto,
storm
güey.
coming and the trolls aren't gonna like it. Well, you probably won't like it then because they're a
There you
troll.
go. Afuera.
Enjoy
Yeah,
it.
Feather.
you got the boot
Dude,
Now we
we
can
on
go
weren't,
outside.
dude, we weren't even talking about nothing but food. He wants to come in here talking all that mess.
you getting
Maybe it's the
mad
hugabus succubus.
because the only thing they eat is popcorn over there, man.
That's all they have.
Put elote with a lot of butter.
Elote en el culo.
Pa' que resbale con mantequilla. Y luego está
Ah,
regalando con mantequilla y dice el güey, I can't believe it's not butter. Wow.
so and honestly, the way the Spanish people make the elote on that thing, when they put the butter and all that with the red chili powder and all that stuff, it's real good when it's
Mm-hmm.
roasted corn.
Yeah, it's good.
Normally they do
Sometimes
that
people
at
put
the flea
mayonnaise on
market.
there. I don't like it with mayonnaise.
Yo, you gotta put mayonnaise and Parmesan cheese on there, man.
Yeah, they
Cheese.
put Parmesan on there too.
The only way to
The
eat it. I can't eat it off the cob no more, man. No, I ain't got the right equipment for that, so I gotta get it in a cup.
Yeah,
uh,
it's weird too because like you go to like this Michoacana, these little they have one that's like an ice cream place at Michoacana, and then you go in there and they'll have like and then it's like a little like market, dude, like a little mercado, or kind of like a bodega mixed with a mercado. You go in there and then they have like ice cream and like other kind of shit like that, like the pickles, man. You know, they make those pickles with the chile limon, and then they'll give you that in like a cup, and then they'll have the elote too, like, and they'll just cut it right there. And I'm like, and then they got ice cream and other stuff. So it's such a weird thing because like that is a snack, you know, in Mexican culture, that's a snack. And like if you're not accustomed to that, you're gonna go in there and go, what the hell? What's going on here? You know, like what is this?
Check this out, cousin. Hey, Wolf, have you ever had a cochinada?
No,
You know what a cochinada is.
yeah, not gonna do that.
Well, dude, it's just a bag of chips with chili and cheese in there, man.
Yeah, I don't like any of that shit. I can't eat it, dude. I can't eat
That's
it. None of it.
like
Not gonna
saying you
do it.
can't eat a Frito pie. I
I
love me a
can't eat it.
good Frito pie.
Dude, all of that shit has salt and it has nothing, no nutritional value. I can't eat Fritos. If I eat corn chips, dude, my stomach gets sick as hell, dude. I can't do it.
Yeah,
Can't
we
do it.
know Elastic. That's why we didn't talk about that, and we just sent him on his merry way. Okay, what about fruit stuff, man? Have you ever had a mangonada?
Oh, I love mangonadas. I could eat
Man,
that
those are
all day,
delicious.
but they're too much sugar in it. There's a lot of
There's
sugar in
a
that shit, but I like them.
there's a place down the street, like 2 minutes from here, man, where all the people go. They sell corn on the cob. They sell ice cream. They sell all kinds of stuff in there, man. Like the paleteros that go up and down the street, they sell you the paletas for like 2.25. You go
Yeah.
to that place, you can get the same paleta for $1.
oh wow.
Scorpio, he eats that pinche cochinada. He eats the shit out of that. He knows he's not supposed to be eating that stuff because he's diabetic. But he'll eat the hell out of that corn chips with that queso in there and all that shit they put in it. He'll eat the hell out of that if you let him do it, dude. With all
If
that
you
chili.
if you ever have a street corn, Chris, you ain't ever gonna want to leave that, man. That's some good stuff, man. Over here, man, the bikes that these guys, the paleteros have, they have lawnmower engines in them, man. So they no longer pedal; they just go up and down the street.
Third world ice cream vendors, man.
Yep.
There used to be some down on the east side here in Austin that were selling crack out of their little shit there, man.
What the hell?
Yeah, yeah, for real, dude. They'd be like, "Hey, I make you this, I make you," and then they'd fucking throw the crack in there. Like literally, dude. Like when I was doing security, man, they would never come to us in the projects. We worked security in the projects, and these little peddlers would come, and they wouldn't sell anything to us. And then guy I was working with, this guy named Tovar. He told me, he goes, "Nah, man, they're selling cocaine." I'm like, "What?" Out of that little peddling box or whatever. And he said, "Yeah." So I go over there, I try to get an ice cream. He goes, "Nah, no, no mas." I'm like, and then the next thing I know, I see him like selling them to these other dudes, these black dudes, man. And I'm like, "Ah, this dude for real." And then you can see like they didn't even eat the ice cream; they just threw it away. So yeah, he was selling crack out of it, dude.
Damn.
Hey,
Yeah,
exuberance.
straight up. No
Back
mentiras.
back in the 80s, exuberance. There was there in South Texas. There was a panaderia. They had a band that would go up and down every freaking street honking, and everybody would run out there, man, to buy pan dulces from the panadero. They pass by down the street selling pan out of a van.
You take
Yeah,
money and food stamps.
Money and food stamps.
The
yeah.
coupon ones. You remember when they used to be on coupons?
Yeah,
Well,
I remember
used
when.
to you could go to any of those bakeries, those pan dulce bakeries, whatever,
Yeah.
and they would take food stamps because they could turn around and get the primo or whatever to go and buy whatever, sell them to them, whatever. They would buy the food stamps for half the price for the cash. You know what I mean? So
Well, sad to say, in Raymondville, they no longer do that, man. If you go to Lada's Bakery, you have to pay with cash. They don't take food stamps anymore.
Oh wow.
hey, speaking of Raymondville, so do you know that guy that made the? Is it Panjaro or is it Panjaro? How do you say that
The
bird?
Pajaro?
Yeah,
Pajaro.
It's pájaro.
Pajaro.
Pájaro. It's a bird. It means bird.
Yeah. But I mean, the N is silent on that, or how does that work? I don't understand.
There's no N in it, man. It's a J. Pájaro.
Oh shit! I thought it said Panjaro. I was like, I must
No,
have
no.
misread that shit. Because I guess I was sitting on the toilet flipping through my phone too quickly, dude. Because I saw that and I was like, what the fuck is that Panjaro? Because I'm thinking like, what is this, dude? Some kind of bread bird?
Bread bird.
Because I saw it on Abe's timeline. I was like, what the fuck is that? Because you posted. I think you posted that, right, Abe, on your
Yeah,
Facebook.
yeah.
Yeah, so I was looking at that and I said, because I know Ken Gerhard, he lives in San Antonio. He's like an honorary Mexican, that dude, man. But he did a lot of work on that stuff down in the valley and that Pajaro, And I thought I saw it say Panjaro, and I was like, what in the hell is that? So I guess I just wasn't looking right or something. I was half asleep.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah.
happened.
I was
Happened
making
in
fun of it
Morgantown.
myself. I was saying it was called the Pajaro. Pajaro.
Pajaro means the bird.
Yeah, the bird. Yeah, it's just a bird. But I thought it said Panjaro. And I said, is it Panjaro or Panjaro? Is this something else? Am I missing something here? And I guess I just didn't look at it close enough, man. And then I guess my eyes were not looking good enough or whatever. So I figured it out.
Baja. J's a ha.
Yeah,
Pajaro.
the J is always a ha. Yeah. Well, when I text with my Spanish friends and they say ha ha whatever, it's ja ja ja.
Yeah, I have that same problem, man, because of my last name. There's a J almost at the end, and they try to spell it jaw. And I tell them, no, man, it's like an H. It's a haw.
Carbajal. Yeah. Tell them to think of Miguel Carbajal, Michael Carbajal, the boxer.
Mm. Every Carvajal is related, man. Good night, little
If I
brother.
remember, if I
There was
remember
a
correctly, I
box.
think Carbajal also can be a Portuguese name too. I'm going to use the bathroom. I'm gonna take
Hey, little brother, when you coming back home, man? I was wanting to ask you.
Good night, primo. Stay warm.
Don't fall asleep with that in that room full of men, dude. One eye open, one eye closed.
Chicharrón con carne is my favorite. How about gorditas?
Yeah, there's a
Everybody,
joke, man. They asked this dude that was selling food on a truck, and he goes, ¿Tienen gorditas? ¿Tienes gorditas? He goes, sí, mi suegra y mi vieja.
hey,
Well, cousin, we're an hour and 40 minutes in. Welcome to Spiritual Encrypted Encounter Food Critics. We are talking about gorditas.
everybody's like, what happened with the DDN Dark Shadows? It became a food show. Everybody's into the food, so
Hey man, the thing is, man, you know how it goes around here, man. We
yeah,
try to
just
pick a
go with the flow
topic,
of
and
things.
then we get off topic and we just go with what the audience wants to talk about. And right now they want to talk about gorditas.
Do you like gorditas con chicharrón? Gorditas with what kind of gorditas do you like?
I like
That's a
gorditas de asada.
y asada.
Hmm. That's really what when I eat meat, primo. That's the only thing I eat is carne asada. I like my pupusas exuberance de rajas, bro. De queso con rajas.
Gorditas y purpusas. What's that?
Pupusas is like a gordita, but it's a Salvadorian version of a gordita. It comes with whatever you want to put in it.
Oh, okay. Uh, it's
Eat, eat, Cynthia, eat.
he loves the stuffed pepper chili, something with yeah.
Sunday night chalupa stream. Chris.
Chalupas are good too now. How about
I haven't
taquitos?
had a chalupa in a long time, man.
Oh yeah, we had chalupas last week.
Maybe tomorrow I'll make some tostadas. Okay, Anthony, thank you. You like rellenos, Brian Griffin, chile rellenos? Déjame parar el collar, supers. A man of class. Órale. Simón, vato loco. That sounds good too, Cynthia. I've never had them with chorizo before.
With chorizo. Oh man,
Mm-hmm. The cheese and chorizo gorditas. Mmm. Well, chile relleno, Anthony, you can stuff whatever you want to eat out of it, man. Not just cheese. You can put meat. You can put whatever you want in there, man. Yes, Anthony, I agree. Yes, Cynthia. Beans too. Bring gringo don't know how to spell. Well, we know some gringos
how
that
about
couldn't
borracho
spell.
beans? Anybody like borracho beans?
Oh man, I love borracho beans.
It's got the bacon in them. It's got jalapenos,
You got the slices of weenies in there, man,
salted onions in there.
and the beer that you put in there to cook.
Oh man. But then you have a lot of gas, gas, gas. A lot of gas
Yep,
with them beans.
you
Well,
can
it depends
become a
how you
member.
boil them.
You
Some
can become a
people,
member of the Blue Flamers.
some people like you got to see the beans in water. With a little bit of garlic in there to get all the gas out of them. Then you cook them. You take them out
Yeah,
of the water they're sitting on, and then you cook the beans in with a different water, right? But it takes all the gas symptoms out of the beans, so then you
you
just have
gotta
the
throw
beans and flavor.
you gotta throw in some garlic and onions for the air. Hey
Yeah,
Gilbert, when are you coming home? And no, you're not my father, you butthead.
cheese and crab was good also. And
Mm-hmm. Know about that.
Anthony says, and don't ever serve me chicken in Texas without gravy. Get the ranch dressing Yankee crap out of my face. The gas will keep you warm tonight. Oh man.
Yeah, well, you can Dutch oven yourself all night.
You eat too many beans that they're not prepared right, you're gonna have gas all night. You have to be low crawling on the ground just to get fresh air.
Oh wow, you don't know when you're coming home, little brother. Well, be careful out there, man. Yeah, yeah, I know you're happy, man, because you're away from your wife.
Oh,
Just kidding. I don't know, Anthony Moreno. I've never ate at
Back
Raising
in.
Cane's.
Are we still talking about food? I just got back in the truck.
yeah.
Vaguely, yeah.
Some food. I just picked up some food from this Indian food truck, man. It's really good, man. I eat this place.
Did they tell
It's
you
called
thank
Desi
you
Brothers. It's
somehow,
good,
man?
bro.
Indian food truck.
Yeah, but they sell all kinds of stuff, man. They do a really good job on everything they make.
They give you a big serving.
Oh yeah, especially us because they know us, so they hook us up big time.
I know the location that we went to last time. That was pretty good.
Oh yeah, the Thai place we went to.
Yeah.
Man, you got to come with the. It's to a spouse. It's to a spouse and bring her. We go eat at that place, Freitas. If you like fish.
Oh yeah. I can eat I can eat fish. I mean, I used to go fishing every weekend when I was a kid, and then we have fish fries. To clean up the fish. You know, in order for me to go fishing, I had to clean up the fish, and then do the fillets, and then we have the fish fries when we get home.
That's not how you spell Billy. Wait, that's Bibli. You know how to spell Billy, you dumbass.
I
Yeah,
haven't
simple. We got
fished since I was a
Wolf
kid.
hungry. That's why he got up and got something to eat.
Oh yeah.
I think I might warm me some enchiladas after the show. Some chicken or cheese. I got some beef and cheese enchiladas. We got the
I got
mascot here trying to get some food, trying
yo
to get a
tengo
treat.
un, yo tengo un pollo asado ahí en la hielera que compré hace rato, primo.
Look, you got hungry too, man.
Oh, mascot. What's up, Rebel Dog?
We have a place here called Pollo Rico. It's Pollo Carbon.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah, a place like that here. I went. That's where my little brother goes and buys. It's called Pollo Cachuchon.
That's good.
It's a whole bird, and it comes with charro beans, rice, and homemade corn tortillas.
Corn tortillas, yeah.
Dang.
You get the whole bird and the meal for $20
A
bucks.
whole chicken
Mm-hmm.
for
Yeah,
how
whole
much?
chicken.
For $20, it comes with the rice, the beans, and the tortillas. Vienen cuatro chiles toreados and a bunch of grilled onions.
Ooh, man, like a whole
Here in
rotisserie
Austin, it's
chicken.
like it's about $25 here in Austin. Everything's more expensive.
Oh
Well, if
man.
you get the double, if you get two birds, you get the bigger rice and beans, and it comes with a 2 liter cokes.
Where's that at in Fort Worth, Jesse?
Yeah, it's called pollo cochichon. There's another one that's like that. It's a little bit up from where I go. It's called El Tecolote. They sell. pollo al carbón también.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's all right, man.
What pollo a carbón is that they put it on the carbón itself or what?
On the grill, yeah.
Yeah, grilled. It's good
Grilled.
like that.
See, my brother says it's $59 for 2 whole chickens.
What the hell?
Yeah, if you get 2 of them over here, it's like 65.
Oh wow.
I know this fool the other day went and paid like almost $60 for a bunch of baked potatoes with all the trimmings.
What?
What?
Yep. There's a big old baked potato with cheese and chopped barbecue in there.
Yeah, yeah. They have those at Smoky Moe's here in Austin. $60.
Yep.
What the hell? Was it gold inside of it?
To this day, I don't know. I dug and I didn't find no gold.
Yeah. HEB sells the rotisserie chickens for like $5.
But rotisserie and al carbon are two totally different
Yeah.
cooked
Yeah.
goods, man.
Yeah, really, they are.
And then they cut them up for you, primo, before you take them. They cut them in pieces. The wings are by themselves. The breasts are by themselves. The legs are by themselves. So yeah, man, they're all cut up when you take them home.
And it's real good.
Yeah.
I've never
And
eaten that
I
Real
before.
know.
good, man.
I'm gonna have to try that. I've never eaten that.
You never had that chicken, that pollo carbon?
I know you know, Cynthia. You're a cook. I know you know.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
somebody got mad because we were talking about food. The troll that jumped in there got booted out.
These motherfuckers, babosos, they get mad about everything. They just, yeah, they need to fuck
Golly.
off.
how dare you start us while talking about food?
I think he puts them in there.
The sacrilege.
Just like that yogurt sauce.
Then my sister said she had menudo in the fridge and barbacoa. I was like, oh man. I think that's what you said, right? Or tamales. Man. What other foods are we forgetting? Since we're mentioning so many foods.
Well, you can't forget the picadillo, man. I love me some picadillo. You ever
Yeah.
had picadillo verde, primo? Whenever I find that dude, that's the only thing I'm getting. I don't care what else they have. If I find some picadillo verde, that's what I'm getting. There's a place over here called Food City, and they sell that there, man. But it's like you get two tacos, two burritos for like $10.
Yeah, picadillo is really good.
I like I like fajitas, but sometimes they get stuck in the dientes in there, Depends how they cut it. They have to cut it a certain way.
I'm not a pozole man, Izzy. I like menudo.
Oh shit, you have to hold that.
Pozole is got hominy in it, but it's real thick, right?
Yeah, pozole
All kinds of
don't
spices.
usually. It's not made with tripas, man.
What are you saying is made with tripas? Menudo is made with belly.
Yeah, tripas is different. Tripa is
That
is
honeycomb for the menudo, it's the lining from the stomach, bro.
yeah.
It's all the same to me, man.
No, the lining doesn't have
It's all
shit like the
gross,
tripa.
man.
You don't like menudo.
I don't like menudo for nothing.
Yes, carnal, everybody should. I don't know if anybody knows, but yes, when I eat, I sweat. It doesn't matter if it's spicy or not. If I'm eating, I'm sweating.
Too much salt, bro.
No, it doesn't matter what it is, man. I could be eating a burger, I'm sweating. I could be eating a dessert. I'm sweating. If I'm eating, I'm sweating, man.
Oh, what the hell? You can have a little towel on you and wipe your
I
head.
have to, man, because it really gets into my eyes and shit, man. I have to take off my hats and because it gets real wet from right here from the sweat. Welcome beyond the box. How you doing? Welcome to Cryptid and Spiritual Food Critics. We've been talking about food for about an hour
Yeah,
and 55 minutes.
that's crazy. We have been.
So tell us beyond the box, what's your favorite food? I like a good lasagna, primo, but it's gotta be like Italian, really, really Italian, man, for it to be really, really good. Yeah, I'm hyped up, Ivy, because I'm about to go eat some pollo cachuchon after the show, which means I'm gonna have to stay up later to digest it so I don't sleep on it.
Yeah, but they have a lot of fish, like different kinds of fish.
Yeah.
The Mexicans make, man.
Oye, güey, pues no que te ibas a dormir, güey. What are you still doing here? Go to bed.
Well, whatever you like, whatever kind of food you like. I mean, that's what I grew up as. My mama used to make some mean ass dish pollo with calabaza. Oh man, with this with a lot of flavor of chicken with beans and rice. Man, the it was good.
The Peaches Murphy. He said that the Beyond the Box likes Smurf Berry Crunch.
The hell?
Good night, Prima. I kind of figured you dozed off. I hadn't seen you post anything.
Well, you made her hungry, man. Just bring her the food.
Yeah, she can go make some. She cooks real good.
What was it? The marshmallow guy, the steak puff
The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
from the Ghostbusters.
I love a good chicken parm too, exuberance.
Parmesan, yeah.
I remember my baby mama used to make me Italian food when I used to go work in the fields.
How about cordon bleu? Cordon bleu? Anybody ever eaten cordon bleu?
I have. Mary used to make it. Ooh, you like to make that calabacita? That's some good stuff right there,
Good
Cynthia.
night, sister. Love you.
Oh, so you're breathing. You're the one that's breathing in that room like Darth Vader, Kaznan.
Yeah, I can't believe we talked about food for 2 hours, man. Nothing about
Good
food.
night, Beatriz.
Yeah, my grandmother used to invite me every Sunday because she would make homemade corn tortillas. So what she would do, she would get government cheese. Remember the one the government cheese would come in the brick, and with a cardboard. She would get government cheese, right? And she'll cut the corn tortillas in little like squares, and she'll put a piece of government cheese on it and jalapeno on the cheese, and she'll put like two or three of those bowls in the oven, and she'll warm it up. So that's what me and her would eat was like nachos, but it's like she would make them out of scratch like that, with a corn tortilla with a piece of the government cheese and a jalapeno on it. It was pretty good.
I mean, that government cheese melted real fast, man. I remember you could melt it with a lighter.
Yeah, back in the day,
Yep.
they had that, and they had the jar of the peanut butter. They come like a silver can.
You remember that song? You remember that song that dude made? Si me quieres ver llorar, quítame las estampillas. No hay frijoles ni tortillas, ni jamón para almorzar. Santa Noche Madre, para que me dieran
For those that
queso.
don't know about the government cheese, it's called commodities.
I
They'll give
remember
them.
this.
They call it the
Cheese,
cheese
peanut
line.
butter, and butter. That butter too.
Yeah, the butter, the cheese
Hmm.
line, and it was butter, regular mantequilla, and peanut butter. And I don't know if I think those were the three things that would give away. Will give right.
Yeah.
I remember my dad would go to the store, come back with a white bag with black letters that just said potato chips.
Yeah. There used to be an aisle for that shit, man.
Yeah, the generic aisle.
Yeah.
I
It was the
remember that
generic
well.
aisle. It just said crackers on there.
The white bags, I remember those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember those, man.
I remember going to the store buying the Star Wars with the bubble gum in it. The
Oh
Star
yeah.
Wars that come out for 10 cents. Star Wars, Battlestar Galactica, Star Wars. They would make the little things, and they had a gum in it.
Yes, Madeline, we've been
I
talking for
wish I could
two
have saved
hours
those,
about
man.
food.
Would have been some worth some money right now.
You could tell we're
Well, I
old
don't
because
know.
we remember all this shit.
The Hulk, Lou
Hmm.
Ferrigno had a card deck also
Yeah.
I
back in the
remember
day.
1984, Primo. That's when they came out with a thing called Porquistos. It was little rolls of flour tortilla with cheese inside. But
Yeah.
now,
Conquistadors.
now they call them combos.
Yeah,
And back in '84, they came out for the summer. They came out with bacon flavored Cheetos. Man, those were delicious, but they were only around for that summer, and then they never came back.
Damn, you remember that, Jesse?
Yeah, I still remember that, man.
you
My
remember when they
memory
had
goes
the
way
Jolly
back, man.
Ranchers? They were flat and they were long for 10 cents.
Yeah, those
They had like watermelon.
they were called Jolly Rancher sticks, man.
Yeah. I don't even know they make those anymore.
They don't, man. They don't make any penny candy anymore, man.
Remember the
But
Brocs?
yes, sir.
Bazooka Joe
Over
bubblegum.
here,
I
man,
remember
yeah, the Bazooka Joes, man.
for five
Over here,
cents.
cousin, they had these Chinese fortune bubble gums that came in an orange pack, an orange thing with black letters, and every one had a fortune. They would sell 25 of them, man, wrapped in a rubber band for a quarter. And I would buy $1 worth before going to school, man. And then one day I was chewing in class, man, and the teacher said, "I hope you brought enough for everyone." I started passing out gum. They never told me that again, man. After that, they just make me sit there with the damn gum stuck on the end of my nose.
Oh man,
But they never asked me anymore if I had enough for everyone because they knew I did. Love that penny candy, man.
They used to have these displays, the Brock's candy displays, man.
yep.
And they had like those caramel and
At HEB, yeah.
yeah. You could go in there, you could eat it too. I'd always walk around eating, and my mom would be like, "What are you doing?" And she would be like, "You have to pay for that."
Primo, you got another one. He came back in here, man. He says, "You are nothing but neck and Hispanic art Mexicans. Mexicans." Name is G. He's back in here again.
All
Hey, man, you
right.
miss us that much, bro? We're not even talking about nothing important but food, bro. If you're hungry, man, I got a glizzy for you.
I sent him away. No, what it is that we're not paying attention to them no more. Now we talked. I said we're not going to be paying attention to the trolls. They jump in, they're going to get booted out. We're not going to give them any kind of a platform anymore. We're not going to mention their names. We're just going to continue to do
Yeah,
the show, whether we talk about DDN or not, or we talk about food, whatever the topic comes, whatever the viewers are interested in, we're just going to go with the flow of things.
that was messed up. But yeah, man, those Brock's candies were delicious, man. I like the pink ones, man, and the brown ones. Those were delicious, man. I remember those. They had coconut.
There was
I
one that I
remember.
liked that was like that flat, and it was like it's got stripes. It was like a long candy that made of peanut butter, like a
Yeah, the peanut butter logs.
Yeah, the
Oh
peanut
yeah,
butter log.
yeah. I
I
know what
used
you're
to
talking
like
Yeah.
about.
those. Then of
Uh,
course the other ones, the red ones with the peanuts, they still sell those, and the
the,
brittle
the, the,
candy, like the
the
peanut butter
bitter honey
brittle.
one, the bitter honey ones were fucking delicious, man. I used to love those honey ones. They were made with honey. They had like a little bee on them. They were called bitter honey.
Somebody says, so who unblocked him? I don't know who they're talking to, who he's talking about.
What the originals were good, Jeff. I mean, Smurfy. They were delicious.
Yeah, the butterscotch you know what? The butterscotch candies at the store where I'll go were the cheapest candy. That's what 1 cent. It was that one competing with the strawberry one from Mexico. They look like a little strawberry. They sell for a penny.
Those
Oh
were
yeah.
delicious too, man. I like those. You're right, Anthony. You can still
They used
get
to sell
those behind the box. That's
some
awesome.
chips. Primo, I know you ever tasted them, but it was some Fritos. But Spanish, it was the Spanish Fritos that were color red. It had a picture of a Mexican on there back in the day, like he's
Oh, the
throwing a
Frito Bandido.
The Primo
yeah, the Frito
Bandito.
Bandito. Yeah, man, those were hot as hell, man.
I like those, man. That's probably
Those are
why I don't
good.
have any teeth now. That's probably why I don't have any teeth now. I ate all that.
You remember those?
The Frito Bandido, and in Mexico, man, when you would buy the chips like that, they used to come with a little Mexican wrestler action figure of Santo and Blue Demon and
Oh yeah,
Tinieblas.
yep. The the piñata parties I used to go to, when they broke the piñata, they had a lot of little Santo figurines that would fall out of there.
They come out.
Nobody knows what El Santo means. Is It's called the
The
Saint, but
Saint,
he was a
The
the
wrestler.
Saint.
Saint. And you know what's funny about that, man? When he started wrestling, he was a bad guy, man. Era rudo, and then he turned to a good guy when he became a babyface.
He was a very popular man. I think his son wrestled. He might have retired already, but
Yeah,
him and Blue Demon, uh,
the son of
his
the
son
son,
wrestled.
the son of the son is never gonna be a wrestler because he likes to go out and play music. He tours, so he'll never be a wrestler.
Oh,
And Blue Demo's son, I think he might be retired as well already.
Do you guys remember when you were kids and you could go to Mexico to the Mercado and they would have these little like wrestling rinks? They were like for little monitos, and they had like these little luchadors. They were just made of plastic. They didn't move their arms or legs,
told you like
and
that.
they had rubber bands on the ropes. And you could pull them, and the guy would shoot across across the ring. Y'all remember those?
I remember those because we actually lived in Mexico, man. We were always at the
Yeah,
plaza.
I used to
we
get
were at
those,
the
man. Every time I go to Mexico.
we were always at the plaza because my dad used to sell oranges with a tajin on them there in the plaza. That's what my dad lived off of when we lived there. A little cart with oranges in it.
How long did y'all live there?
Oh man, I'm gonna say a good 3 or 4 years. When I came back to the States, I spoke no English anymore, man.
How old were you?
We went over there, I think, when I was 5 and a half, and when I got back over here, a little while after I got back, I turned 10. So yeah, we were there quite a while, man.
It says, "Hey guys, guess who's not president today anymore? Today it's going to be a great day."
Oh
And
yeah,
I
he should
am
be.
thinking of Donald Trump, President Donald Trump.
No, no, that's that down there, Futuro. But that's not. Just put that in the bag. Basuro, basuro.
Basura, basura. There's a hate in basura.
Unless you want to call somebody that.
Basura.
I forgot with the corner store I used to go to when I was a kid because he had the news from Mexico there, and all you could see is dead bodies on there. Where
Oh, you're talking about that book called I remember that. I remember that magazine,
it was
man.
kind of like the Inquirer from Mexico,
Yeah, yeah.
and all you could
My
see
brother.
is people that have gotten executed, man,
Yeah,
for doing.
all of them were dead bodies in there.
So every time I go over there to go buy a loaf of bread or whatever mandao my mom will send me to, that book, the thing was always there. You could see all the blood and stuff from the
Hey,
because of people that got killed out there.
hey,
Well, some of
carnal,
the
you're
Everybody,
talking about El Mundo, El Mundo del Sol, right? It was called El Mundo del Sol, the magazine or newspaper.
yeah, it was a
something like
magazine
that.
that they had out there in the front, and you could see all the dead bodies. It was nothing but carnage in
Yeah.
that freaking. You could see the front cover. You see the dead people, like either they got shot by the police or the from Mexico, or they got hung. No, they
You
would be
get
right
your hair
there.
cut off.
Yeah, Mexico is definitely a third world, man. It's a different place, man. A lot of stories about brujeria down there, dude.
Brujeria, yeah. That's where all this. We're going to talk about dark shadows, but the food sounded kind of interesting. But yeah, that's where all these dark shadows originate from through witchcraft and necromancy. A lot of brujeria, especially in our town where we grew up. How bad is it in brujeria, primo? I can see
Oh,
my
it's real
Facebook
bad.
friends.
It's real bad over there, man.
They're right like now, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
we're praying for what our parents did. That's what some people say. That we're praying. Our town is paying for what those before us did, in which they would practice a lot of witchcraft, a lot of witches and warlocks.
You know
But
what
it's,
I did see when I was in living in Mexico, man? What I did get to see, I got to see Chespirito on tour. I think I was like 8 or 9. I got to see him live at the Plaza de Toros in Matamoros, and then I got to see Rigo Tobar in concert, man. There in Matamoros as well.
man,
What is that? Conjunto music or what?
Rigo Tobar was the first one to ever fill up a stadium, man. They called him Mr. Mexico, Mr. Matamoros, because he was from Matamoros. Yeah, he played music, man. He was a musician.
Like Conjunto or what?
No, he was band. He was a band. Rigo
Oh,
Tobar
okay.
y la Costa Azul.
No Ram Herrera?
That was way before Ram Herrera. Ram Herrera
Yeah.
wasn't even a gleam in his daddy's eye yet.
Wow. Ram Herrera is old now. I mean, shit. La
Mm-hmm.
Fiebre, La Sombra.
Yeah.
Remember La Sombra?
No, yeah, all these bands came up after
I got a
Rigo Tobar
picture with
died, man.
Ram. I got a picture with Ram Herrera. But he's trying to fight me. The whole band was trying to fight me in
What?
Killeen one day.
What the
Uh,
fuck?
yeah, because Ram at one point in time used to do coke, so the band was high on some shit. Next thing you know, fucking the whole band's trying to come after me. And
No
luckily,
way.
my cuñados were there, so we're ready to fight them. So instead of
Yeah.
playing, they took off instead. So
Should
they
have
No
did
told
mentiras. For real.
for
you
reals.
should you should have told
Wow.
the accordion player, I'm
Like
gonna fucking break your fingers and never play the accordion again.
there was a
That's
lady on the
crazy,
dance
man.
floor, and my sister Beatrice is like, hey, the lady keeps on looking at you. How come you just don't go ask her to dance? I said, I don't know who she is. And then I was like, she's probably with somebody. I said, no, she's been sitting there by herself. But she was sitting right there near the where the band was playing, right? So she walks by and she just looks at me. You see, she's looking at you. She wants to dance with you. So I was gonna go back down there, and I'm just, I said, okay. My sister like Beatrice is like, hurry, go ask her, go ask her. I go ask her, and I said, "Man, would you like to dance?" And she's like, "No, I'm here. Say, I'm here with somebody, whatever." Oh, so I'm sorry for the inconvenience. I didn't know. So I want to go sit down, you know, and I told myself, told you she was with somebody, and that somebody happened to be Ram. I just didn't know, you know. But it's not
The
like
Ram.
I pressured her to dance with me. We didn't dance at all. I guess she got mad because of that, you know. And me, for those that know me, I like to dance, so sometimes I would dance by myself, like cumbia, so go solo.
Yeah,
And I
cumbia.
guess
Oh,
he didn't like me. And he decided to want to fight me, but we cool now. I seen him when he was playing near in Cameron, and we took a picture together and stuff. Seen him a couple of times already. You know,
Where's
he's
he
older.
so
from?
I don't
Do you
He,
know
know.
where he's from?
no, I don't know where he's originally from.
Hey, Primo, so what you're saying that he almost got rammed in his up his Herrera?
It was just a misunderstanding, but you know, a lot of bands, man, back in the day, in those times, that's all they would do is drugs. I mean, Johnny Canales, he got busted
Oh yeah.
many times for willing and dealing. Most of those bands have gotten busted for drug trafficking. You know, that's what they would do. That's how they were set up at one point in time. You know, maybe not supposed to be talking about it, but that's the way it was in the '80s. The
I used
the
to,
the band would cross the drugs through the checkpoints. And they wouldn't question them because that's the band. That's Selena's. That's La Mafia. That's Grupo Mas. You know,
well,
so they wouldn't really inspect their vehicles. Oh, that's Little Joe. Man, yeah, man, they were loaded with coca and shit back in the
well,
day.
after they busted him, I used to call him Johnny La Chingas.
Dude, whenever I worked at the Conjunto bars, the Tejano bars, and all that, they were always like Dance Across Texas. They had a. I would work there once in a while whenever they would have like the big Tejano concerts and shit. And they had another place called uh, right up here on Lamar, dude. Tejano Ranch.
The Hunter Ranch, I've been there.
Yeah, yeah, and then Dallas nightclub. Sometimes they would have a Tejano night and stuff. And so I did a lot of gigs, man. I worked at this place called Los Tequeleros, and they were always on pasas, man, all the time, man. They go into the restroom and just, hey, uh, uh, I'm in the baños, like, why are you messing with me, man? I'm like, dude, you can't be, you know, doing drugs in the bathroom because everybody walks in there and sees you doing it. And it's the band people, man, and it's the DJ. The DJ, they were always selling drugs, man. If it was a Mexican DJ, always selling drugs, bro. I only know
Yeah.
two of them downtown that didn't sell drugs.
And then you see the people with their mouth crooked, with their coca.
Yeah.
Uh, Jimmy Gonzalez was always doing that, man. I mean, he was a good musician, but that's
cousin,
what
this has
a lot of them
nothing to
do
do
that.
with music, but I got arrested one time, man, and I was high as hell on that shit, right? And I was being cool, man, and they took me down, and we were going through the booking process, and they brought this dude in without a shirt, and he was being combative, and I understand that my job was doing this, right? But that dude that they were fighting, his job was like, and they go, look, he's high on coke. I thought they were talking about me, but no, man, they were talking about the dude that was fighting. That jaw was moving back and forth, dude. That dude was really, really up there, man. That shit was crazy, man. They uh they searched him and they found some weed inside his pants. He had it in his underwear.
I
So
don't
that
know why
became
musicians always got to do drugs, man, or borracho, borracho teresos. I mean, just
they
throw it
gotta
off
feel the
all the
music.
time.
They
They'll be
gotta
like,
feel the music, man.
tienes un pase, tienes un pase. Got a hit, you got a hit. And there's undercovers that pretend to
Voy
be
a comprar un
I'm like, hey, you got some snow?
periquito.
That's when you know they're freaking
Yeah,
undercover. They're like, you got
yeah.
some
Who
snow,
the fuck?
dude?
Who the fuck
And like
calls it
I'll be
that?
like, it's like get the fuck out of my face, man. I don't do that shit. Then there'll be like 4 or 5 of them. You know they're undercovers.
Well, yeah,
You got some
another
grass,
way that
man.
they
You
would
got some
say
grass.
parico. It, you know, and would they try to act Mexican, or they would say "Perico," and I would be like, dude, what the fuck were you, Cuban or Puerto Rican? Like, what the fuck? They would come up
Marlon,
at the club, and ask for that Perico,
you know he's a dancer, so he did. He don't. He probably won't be able to answer that question. What is his favorite cumbia or cumbia band?
I like them all. But
Exactly. That's what I said you were gonna. That's what I thought you were gonna say.
yeah, that's the Juana La Cubana, Sergio Bailador. I mean, a bunch of them. That's to all of them.
Cumbia!
Hey man, you know how I threatened a Mexican dude for the motherland when I'm about to whoop his ass. I tell him, ya te llegó tu mariachi. He goes, what do you mean by that? Ya te llegó tu tan tan, güey.
Since Madeline is from Chicago, the Sombra from the Windy
Yeah.
City. I mean, was it La Sombra from over there, or was it Los Chamacos?
I'm not
No,
sure, man.
was La
Oh,
Sombra? The Sombra was from there.
yeah, from the Windy Cities of Chicago. I think it was La Sombra or La Sombra from
I bet
Chicago.
you. I bet you anything, Abe, Jesse. I got one for you. I bet you $1,000,000 you will hate this song if I say what it is. I love this song, but I guarantee you won't like it. From
Well,
La
I'm biased,
Sombra.
man. I really don't like Tejano music, man. So I'm already biased to it.
Yeah. La Sombra. Okay, Abe, La Sombra. Solati. Do you like that song?
Uh, I will have to listen to it.
Only You. You know that song, Only You?
Only you, yeah.
Yeah. It's a
But
good song, man. I love that song. It's like a rock and roll song. Dude, all my carnales growing up, that song comes on, they change it. Pinche way, and they change the channel. They don't want to hear that song, dude. I love that song.
the one that says "sop sop sapo."
Oh yeah, Frog.
Yeah, it's
Sop
a
sop
cumbia.
sapo. Yeah,
How
that's a
about
good
the
one
other
too.
one, primo? How about the other one? Cuídate, Sancho, te van a pescar. Y en puro
Yeah,
calzón te van a dejar.
yeah. Uh, yeah, las viejas, las hijas de Don Simón. That's another one. It's old school. And of course, all the Selena cumbias. She got
Yeah,
a lot of
Selena had
cumbias.
some good cumbias.
That one with his brother AB, like with his the son of the bird
Yeah.
when he was in the Cumbia Kings.
He ain't making no sound now after what he did in San Antonio.
Yeah, a lot of people were boycotting him, man. They don't want him. They don't want to. Well, he says that he'd rather be in performing in California, that they treat him like
Yeah.
a musician over there compared to here in Texas.
Well,
Guess he forgot where he grew up from, where he got
So
his
he don't
popularity
want to be a
from.
man. That's all it is.
he still wants to be living off his sister's fame.
Yeah,
Over in California, they let me be me. I'm the succubus over there.
yeah. One time I said something, and when that happened, and he reckon they were messaging me talking about, you know who I am? So yeah. So you forgot where you came from, where your upbringings are. Fucking yeah, the musicians forget that if it's not for people that pay and to go see the show, that there wouldn't be nobody. You know, the basic paso.
You know
It's
Oh,
what though? That's the thing though, Abe. None of us would be anything if we didn't have people that listen to us. That's the key
yeah,
right there. And people think that that's the obvious right there. That's what it
yeah.
is.
That's what it's supposed to be. You know, like musicians perform. People out of respect, they're enjoying the. Some people like to listen to the music, and they're just want to listen to the beat. And I mean, I had a friend that will go, but he never danced. He would just go, stand right by the speakers, and just be like listening to the jam. That's all he would do. Then you had people like me that like go and listen to the beat and dancing. You know, but it was about having fun. No, back in the day, it was about having fun, and the if the band is performing like badass, you're gonna give them an applause and all that stuff because they're kicking ass. But yeah, that's what it's about. There's a lot of people that understand, like you understand what paranormal roundtable is, that understand what spiritual and cryptic encounters is. Yeah, I said DDN Dark Shadows, but we ain't talking about it tonight. We just go with the flow of things.
Spiritual
Pretty
and
late.
cryptic camera dance lessons. Oh
Oh yeah,
man.
to me, it's just about kind of like having fun, socializing. If somebody comes in here respectful and say something, we've had people. We try to help out people. Share the story that we had somebody that. Well, I didn't even want to talk about that fool, but yeah, we had a lot of crazy characters, crazy cats, like Joe Breezy says. We got some crazy cats that come in here and they acted like fools. So yeah,
Well,
it's part of life, right? People are gonna
bring
like you, they're gonna dislike you. That's a norm. You know, we're still
All
gonna
right,
push
Cody,
on.
man. I've reached my limit, man. I'm running down on battery. I'm gonna have to go.
Totally, cause
So,
you're gonna go snack on some food.
uh, probably, but I got like 15% left on my tablet, man.
Okay, cause
Well, people, may the
All
Lord
right, Jesse.
protect you while
Mañana.
you sleep, and may your day be filled with blessings when you wake up. Signing off. Bye. Bye, Wolf.
Orderly. All right,
what's up,
man.
Bye.
Primo?
Bye, Primo. Bye, Cynthia.
It's like Fight Club, man. First rule of SCE: we don't talk about SCE.
I mean, God, we're not even talking about anything that people. I mean, we're talking about food,
Yeah,
and people get mad because we can. We get the whole chat involved in this, and people. I mean, who doesn't like food? I mean, even though we didn't talk about the DDN and Dark Shadows, I can always do that tomorrow. But if the topic is good in something and if people are responding to it, go with the flow of things. Sometimes. Like we used to say in the military, go with the hip. You just go with the hip of things. So you're ready to teach this class? I say, yeah. I just go with the flow. I don't have to look at any material, nothing. I just go with what I know. Yeah. So I talked to cousin Jesse. I said, look, cousin, let's not pay attention to the trolls anymore. Let's not give them no power in any kind
yeah.
of way. Just from now on, you're just gonna block them and not even say nothing about them. Just didn't even respond to what they're doing or anything. Just we're just gonna do our show. I'm not. I'm getting too old to be even going back and forth with people that's all they do. That's all they're focused on. If there would be real people, there would but they're I just got to do what I got to do. No, I know that some of you were sick. I was going through things with family, here, but uh, with my nephews and stuff like that. That I couldn't find a nephew for about 2 3 days. I was looking for him and finally found
Wow.
him, and I was trying to help him because it was homeless, man, and
Oh
it's
man.
cold as hell out there. But
Yeah.
his dad came and picked him up, so he left. You know, he picked him up today. I was trying to find him, couldn't find him. Uh, but yeah, man, the struggles are freaking real, man. But you feel it, you feel it. That's what I was trying to talk about today. Is you feel it when there's something, the energy that's around you. Makes you feel a certain way. You might think you're feeling sick, but you're not really sick. You're just feeling what's happening around you, and you feel the senses that something is happening around you. It's because something is. I lost a cousin that passed away. When all these things were happening, that I lost a cousin. She passed away. She was like 3 years older than me. I don't know exactly what she passed away of. But yeah, it's like I try to help out as much as possible, but No, that's just part of me trying to do the good. When you just people trying to get on their feet. Sometimes it's hard. If that have nothing, they have nothing. If they have nothing, then I mean, that's how the homeless become, right? When you have nothing, a residence or a vehicle or nothing. So you're not
So
working, so money, so you're trying to survive. Survival of the fittest, I says. But
so
yeah,
let me say this. On
I like
Friday, at the end of the show on Friday, I addressed these people once again, and I just said, you know what? That's it. I don't want to say anything else, but I had to say something to these people because you've been over here fighting these people and helping, on the front lines when others have just sat back and not said anything and not done anything and played it safe so that they wouldn't get trolled, even though they were supposed to be our friends, our allies, whatever. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to just leave you to hang to fight these people by yourself. So I said something on Friday. It was at the end of the show. Some people liked it, some people didn't. I didn't take up the show talking about it, but I did say something about it because I'm just sick and tired of their shit, man. And we've taken up enough time of our lives to deal with these people, and I just can't do it anymore. And I hope that you just do what you're doing, man. Move forward and walk away from these little viejos. That's what they are. They're lice, bro. They don't. They're not gonna ever do anything. They're never gonna change, and it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Let me tell you something. I felt really ill, like that night we were talking about. I was at the gym on what is tonight? What is today? Sunday. So I was at the gym Thursday night, and I worked out again on Friday night. Or no, Friday. Yeah, Friday night, and was it Saturday night? No, was it? Oh, no, it wasn't last night. Couldn't have been. No, we went to that stupid movie, Wolfman. That was not good. Um, no, and then we did the patrol. So it was Friday. It was Thursday night and Friday night. I worked out. I did upper body on Friday. On Thursday, I did legs on Friday, whatever. So Thursday night, I was working out, and we had Anthony's little brother Adrian with us. He's in his early 20s, good kid, and he works out all the time, man. And so we took him with us to go hit the weights after we had finished our patrol. It was late at night, and he rolled with us, and they were all off doing their own thing or whatever, working out. And so I went to one section of the gym by myself. Now this is pertains to what the topic is tonight. I'm going to tell you what happened to me. So I'm sitting there and I'm doing this back machine, whatever, and I saw something walk up next to me. I say something because it wasn't a person. It was dark, and something walked up to me. Hang on one second. So we're back at the studio and we're about to do. We're going to record for Tuesday's show. That's a pre-record about Dogman. Continue what we're talking about tonight. But so what happened, Abe? I was sitting there doing the pull, that thing where you pull the pullbacks, on the back machine, whatever. And it's got like these little cables, and something walked up next to me, and I thought it was a person, and it was to my left. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, "What the hell is that?" Because I turned and looked, and there was nothing there. So it really freaked me out. And I'm sitting there, and I thought, okay, maybe I'm just imagining things. You're really tired. It was toward the end of my workout. I only had like 3 more exercises to go, so I was really exhausted. And when I work out pretty ferociously, pretty hard. And so I thought maybe I was just, I've had this happen before. Like maybe I just overdid it a little bit, and I was just seeing things that wasn't there. And then it happened again, right there to my left. I see something there again, but this time when I turned to look, it was there for a split second. Like it stayed longer. It wasn't just like gone when I turned my head. And so then I knew that there was something messing with me. And then I'm working out in front of this like window, and the window's all black. Like you can hardly see out. You know what I mean? It's like real tinted, whatever. And so when I looked to the right of the window, I saw this thing standing to my left and kind of behind me. and it was a tall shadow figure, a shadow being standing there while I was working out. And because and Anthony, he's tall and he was wearing black. He was working out. Now his brother Adrian was with us. He wasn't wearing black. He was wearing a gray shirt and black pants. But it wasn't them, and it wasn't a person because as I caught a glimpse of it in the window, it kind of backed up and like faded, and it was gone. So I knew that something had been there sent to me. I don't think it's something that exists in that gym. But when you're in a heightened state of emotion or you're physically pushing yourself, the physical boundaries, whatever you're doing, then the chances are that you could encounter something like that because twice
Yes.
now I've been working out and I've walked by the massage chairs and I've seen something sitting there. When I come off of the water, that is like water bed thing you can go after you work out. I go and I do 10 minutes and it goes up and down on your back and your legs, whatever. And I like it on my back. So I'm walking by, and this was that night when I went and I did the massage bed, whatever. I walked by, and for the third time, I saw something sitting in one of those chairs. And I told Anthony, I said, "See, I just saw something in that chair." And then I told him and Adrian, once we got into the SUV, I told him, I said, "I saw something walk up next to me, and it wasn't you guys." So, yeah, there was definitely something there, and it was. I think it was sent to us, and then something was harassing my wife, and it was just a lot of stuff was happening, and it was this like shadows, these like
Did you
shadow entities.
type under rebuke in Jesus Christ's name when you seen it?
Oh
Like
yeah,
take
absolutely, yeah. I
authority?
had to stop and yeah, yeah, absolutely. I started praying,
Yeah,
and it went away. This is the first time I didn't think that's what it was. The second
but
time I saw it, and then when I turned to the right, I got a good look at it, and it was demonic. It was this demonic looking thing.
yeah,
Just it
I was
just
out.
looked
Yeah,
like the Grim Reaper, kind of like.
yeah. Well, I was out there searching, for my nephew and stuff because it's cold as hell. I was trying to help him, but I could never find him. I think I was, t- my sister lives in Arizona, so I was trying to call her, and for some reason, as we were talking, uh, Elms Grove was the name that was mentioned in the talk. I was like, I'm searching from over here. Where is even Elms Grove, the name that popping up? So, to me, I feel it had to do with the negativity. But I'm just glad
Yeah,
that his father came. My nephew's old enough to take care of himself, but he's having it rough. I have other nephews that are having it rough too, but you know, it's hard. Yeah, I try to help, but I can only help so much. I just want them to get on their feet, but it's hard. When I'm making it, but sometimes some people need a break to get that breakthrough. But I'm glad that his father came to pick him up. One of my nephews that are struggling right now. That he came pick him up and took him. I mean, shit. Last night he went up in the hospital where he's coughing up blood. Being in the cold air. No, you have no place to stay or nothing. So the police took him to the homeless shelter last night after he was in the hospital because it was too cold out there. But now he's with his father. He's gonna pick him up and he's gonna help him and stuff like that. So that's a good thing. Uh, but yeah, it's rough. It's just like right now, as I was talking, I have one of my nephews that's struggling too. That he said that 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 if I could help him, that he was hungry and stuff like that. So I sent him a $20 so he can get something to eat. I just sent him that. So I can only do so much from where I'm at. It's just you need to find the breakthrough to be able to get back on track.
trying to turn
No,
my
I've been
phone
knowing
on.
my nephews since they were kids, man. Since they were little kids. So, but yeah, but I'm happy. I gave the father some gas money, even though, man, I didn't have to give him nothing. I blessed him with some gas money just to to make it back, or even if they wanted to get something to eat, you know. I mean, I know it's not my son or anything like that, but you know, it's his family, you know, so they can know that. Just when you're in a situation like that, brothers and sisters, what the negative energies that I was feeling is that the negative energies, right, or shadow figures, unclean spirits, DDN, they were targeting my family, you know. So you know, sometimes when you're not in a situation you're in, they want you to give up in life, right? When you're struggling that bad, you think that and nobody's there for you. The unclean spirits, this DDN that I speak of, they want you to take your life. So that's what I felt, a disturbance in that nature, that something was going to happen. So that's I had to act to what I was sensing spiritually, and that was for me to go find them. So nothing would happen in nature that, or you know, as cold as that is out there, you know, something bad could happen to them. So I thank the Lord Jesus Christ that his father came and get him. You know, he needed the help. He stepped up and he came got him. Uh, I just let him know that you know that I was gonna help him with some money, that I love him. Don't, and I told him, don't think that I don't care about you. It's just, I mean, I try to look for you. I just couldn't find you. But yeah, but hopefully, you know, sometimes you have to change locations in order for your blessings to come. You know, if of what I was shown that the negative things or they're afflicting my nephew were coming from Elms Grove, because he was there to witness some of the things that happened in Elms Grove with me. Now that he moves from the area, from the location, then maybe if the negative attachment that was on him from Elms Grove maybe is not going to follow him. That he'll feel different at a different location. Just like when I moved from Elms Grove to Temple, you know, things changed in a positive way. I always follow my heart, so that's what I've been going through. You know, not just focus on that. You know, not worried about all these other people coming trying to disrupt the show, coming at me in a negative way. You know, we all go through things. You know, but you know, I follow my spiritual instinct. Spiritual warfare is very real. You know, that's why I do a lot of prayer, a lot of type binding rebuking in Jesus Christ's name. That's what we're supposed to do. If your spirit is letting you know something, follow your spirit. Is letting you know something for a reason. Like I said numerous times, yeah, I do have some personalities like Sarncias. You know, Sarncias can be a certain way, but I'd rather be this way with a love foundation. Some people will say to me, the way you are as an individual, my own mother would tell me, the way you are as an individual, people are going to step all over you. They're going to take advantage of you because what's in here, which meant what she was trying to tell me is that I have too much love in my heart. You know, that people are gonna step over me, they're gonna trick me, but I'd rather have love in my heart than be any other kind of way. So long I do the goodness and continue to do the good works, that I know that Heavenly Father is going to continue to bless me, and that's what do the works that I do. You know, yeah, I've had. I can pretend to be a certain way just because I'm pretending to mean I'm that. You know, I can act to be just about anybody. For those people that think they have different personalities or they're playing games, I can be the best of the best of playing games. You know, I have a very strong mind, a very imaginative mind, but I rather stay with my Heavenly Love Foundation. And what's more important right now is the things that are happening around me. So I have to maintain my Heavenly Love Foundation to protect my foundation and to try to help out the people uh, that are being spiritually targeted. So kind of like the past 3 days or 4 days, it's been busy for me. You know, No, and I just don't understand it. Where people don't. Oh, there's brother Josh Turner. There he is. Yeah, some people just don't understand me. They don't view the show. The only time they jump in here, some other people, which is trolls, is just to say something bad or to try to. They can take no more screenshots from here because I blocked that. Uh, they don't know me as an individual. I mean, how do you want to pay me to be a bad guy when you didn't even get a chance to know me? Just because somebody says I'm a bad guy, or I know where I've been, that doesn't make me a bad guy. I got a lot of love in my heart. But sometimes what it is, brothers and sisters, I'm a truthful person. So some people don't want to hear the truth.
No, that's exactly what it is.
When you're straight up kind of guy, right?
And,
And some,
deal with people that aren't. That's what they're not. They're very deceptive. That's why they have 15 different personalities, one for each of their fake accounts. You
I'm just trying to trying to do good, man. That's why initially when I created this was positive spiritualist, which was on Facebook. That got targeted, got permanently deleted with my Facebook account. Then I created it again. It stopped going. Then I created spiritual encrypted encounters. That got targeted. Stopped growing, but then I created spiritual encrypted encounters on YouTube, and they keep on. It's like I'm not going to give them power no more. I already said, you know what? I'm not going to let these people stress. Usually, what they try to do, trying to say that I'm going to go out of state to do this and that. If they don't know that sometimes talk is talk, and you say something directly, so they can leave you the hell alone. And they know they just act dumb. I'm just gonna leave it up to God. No, he's my protector, my avenger, and I definitely don't need to be worried about people that are not my friends. That's for sure. We're supposed to pray for our enemies, right? But I'm not gonna worry about them if they're just continue to do things they do. I got too many things happening around me to be worried about what anybody else is saying about me or how they try to paint me. I don't care. Honestly, I just don't care. I'm gonna move on. You know, but yeah, this dark shadow figures, this unseen spiritual warfare is very real. And if you have a spiritual opening, they know what's in your spirit. They know what walk in life you're living and what path you are. If you're doing good or you're doing bad, and there's always waiting for that opening. If you have that opening, then they can try to attack. So even with the things that were going around me, I'm not giving it power to the people that are coming up against me in a negative way. I'm gonna tell my heavenly love foundation because I know what can happen, and they'll surface up. Like there's people that if they were to come to where I live, to where I go and investigate, they're definitely going to get spiritually attacked right off the bat just because how they are. Very. They're dwelling in negativity and wickedness. This DDN that I speak of. The only thing they're concerned is about destroying the vessel. That's all I want to do.
Yeah.
And don't be surprised that when things might happen a certain way, but I think America is happy right now with President Trump coming as in president. Just man, we can't focus on. I'm not focusing on what people are saying, what they try to do to me. I'm going to continue to do my show, regardless. But maintain a heavenly love foundation is important, man. I have
Absolutely.
nothing against nobody. It's like people don't understand of what I've been in my life and seen in my life. Maybe we're not from the same background, maybe we're not the same nationality, but I've been through a lot. But this is normal for me. That's what people don't understand. That's been my life. I've been targeted for a very long time in this matter, and it's nothing new to me. It's just another day that I'm going through the same old things that I go through. You know,
Hmm.
and God tested me this past 3 days with my nephew. It's like, what are you going to do? I want to go search for him. Search for him. Last night, like a 4 in the morning after the show, was searching. Couldn't find him. Went searching during the day today. Couldn't find him. All in Killeen. I even went to the homeless shelter. They kicked me out of there, saying that I can't be in there because they got strict rules to protect the homeless. And I was looking and said, "You can't even look. You need to leave." It's like, all right. So the only thing we deal is with the homeless and the police. And I'm there with a good heart because I'm searching for him. Trying to locate him. But yeah, it's crazy. But in spite of all that, I know the Heavenly Father works in mysteries, but I got to do my part too. I bless him with something. I know the Heavenly Father will return the blessing back.
That's right.
I got to do the good works, man. Regardless of who's coming up against me or saying things about me. I mean, I ain't getting any younger, but I know that I got to be obedient and continue to do the works that I do, regardless of who's with me, who's against me.
So Abe, I'm gonna jump off. I gotta record so I can get back home because it is
Brother Josh
freezing
Turner.
here.
Well, thank you, brother, for tuning in.
Yeah, man.
Uh, for tuning in and joining me and cousin Jesse, and then we talk about a lot of comida.
Comida.
Yeah, we always get tested, man. That's part of life. We all go through something. But I told my cousin Jesse that from now on, I'm not going to give these people power. I'm just going to ignore them, man. Ignore them and not give them the day of whatever they're saying or doing. I'm not even going to respond to them. I'm just going to stay focused on the show.
You know
My
what?
wife seen how it was, this past couple of days, and it had nothing to do with the people attacking me. It had to do with me worrying, about my nephews, or my nephew that was I couldn't find, and I had to go look for him. My spirit is telling me go look for him, and that's what I did.
You know what you ought to do on the show whenever you and I and Jesse get on there. Like you said, comida. A lot of people don't know what that is. It's food in Spanish.
Food.
Like you could help them like learn some Spanish. Because Jesse's always speaking it. And you guys could
Yeah,
could teach people what it means. Like somebody just said shrimp. It's interesting to me because they said a large pot of shrimp etouffee for Louisiana. Shrimp is camarón, and
yeah.
pants is
Ceviche.
pantalon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
ceviche. The one like a gumbo is like a ceviche. It's got the shrimp. It's got squid and stuff like that.
mhm.
I personally don't like that, but
I
I know
don't like
people
it
they do.
either. I like shrimp, but I can't eat it because of my gout. But that the word though, camarón, it's actually a Spanish word from Spain that was given to them by the Arabs when the Arabs controlled Spain. Pantalon and camarón are Arabic words. They actually mean the same thing in
Oh,
Spanish as in Arabic. Yeah. So there's a lot of Arabic words that are thrown in there, like Medina. Like you were talking about Medina Ridge, that's the second holiest place in Islam is Medina, behind Mecca. Now, my mother's maiden name was Medina because her family originally came from Medina, Spain, and that is, a very prominent Spanish name. So Medina, and so they founded Medina Barcelona, which is uh, a suburb or whatever of Barcelona. It's like a little neighborhood or whatever that was still part of like the Arabic tradition, whatever. So you have a lot of people there that look very Arabic or Berber in that area. So I'm pretty sure, like, I probably, with my mother being Medina, I probably have Arabic blood in me. You might too, because Sias is another name that was, like from the south. And
yes.
so those names came over, from the old world into the new world. And, it's weird because there are there's a lot there I say some there's a lot of Arabic influence in Spain and in their architecture and in Portugal too because they were controlled by the Arabs for 800 years until finally they drove them out, and it's really an amazing testament to God that they were able to drive them out and not keep any Islamic faith, they're all Christian. It became completely Christian, and then Spain, the Spanish became the shock troops for a lot of great battles, like the Siege of Vienna. The Swiss pikemen and which is now a neutral country. Back then, though, they were a powerful country that fought, but the Swiss pikemen and the Spanish cavalry won that battle. And I look at it as a testament to the strength of the Christian faith. The Spaniard, which actually is a French word that was used by Francis Martel, which means bastard, Spanish bastard,
Yeah.
which is Spaniard. And so he called them that because they were literally Iberian Celts bred with Romans, later on interbred with Arabs. And so he called them Spanish bastards, but he said they fought like hell. And they were some of the toughest people in all of Europe. And Hitler himself, who was friends with Franco, the fascist dictator at one time of Spain, he declared that they were the strongest troops in all of Europe. It was the Spanish. And the Azul Division fought exceptionally brave at the siege of Stalingrad. They lost a lot of people fighting against communism. Whether you believe it's right, wrong, or indifferent, they were doing what they thought was right by fighting the communists. They didn't fight the Allies, but the Spaniards fought them. So the word Spaniard is actually a little bit different than Spanish. And so the people that came over to the New World, to Mexico, they were Spaniards, led by Cortez and Pizarro. Yeah. And so we have that blood in us, along with Indios, like I have Comanche. And, that's what Mexica is, that's what it is. You're a mixed person, with a Spanish, you speak Spanish, that's your like it's a second language. For me, the first language, obviously English, and I don't speak as good as Spanish as you or Jesse, but I understand it and I can conversate with it.
Yeah.
But
Most
it's
of us
not my
use Spanish more than English when we were growing up. We talked nothing but
yeah,
Spanish. Then when we were elementary or pre-K, they started or kindergarten, they started teaching us the alphabets and stuff like that. But the majority
yeah,
were just spoke Spanish,
yeah.
when we were
When I was
kids.
little, I spoke Spanish like very fluently. And then when I got older, we lived in a town where there were no Mexicans. It was almost all white people and very few black people. And my mother was very self-conscious. And so I had this kind of an accent, like, and my mom started speaking nothing but English to us because she wanted us to blend in. And my mother became very prominent in the Baptist church, and she converted from Catholicism. And so she was very like, don't be saying that. My dad used to get onto her because he's like, they're going to need to speak Spanish. And so when we moved back, to Central Texas, I was around all my cousins on both sides, and they all talk like this, And so I kind of just developed that same twang. And when I came to Austin, everybody's like, ew, where are you from? You sound like a hick. And I'm like, I was, and even in the small town in the barrio in Taylor, you still talk like that, or you talk like that with the Spanish type of accent, So definitely being Mexican spun with a little bit of hillbilly redneck in there. It's
Yeah.
just a very
The
interesting
Tejano
thing.
Spanglish, the
Yeah,
Tejano and Spanish. So it's like you could be talking about food. You mix up the English with the Spanish, so you got Spanglish.
yeah, for
You could
sure.
be talking in English and you put a word in Spanish and with the English, and just people that they understand what you're saying because they're Spanglish.
Yeah,
They understand both. So it's kind of like a mixture. It's not even a language, man. They understand you. A
like when
lot
you're
of
talking and then you'll go preda, like that. You know what I mean? Or you'll say
like
like
I like
bueno,
saying, yeah, I'm gonna eat me a pan dulce with some milk.
yeah, pan dulce, yeah, and you just kind of start leche,
Sweet bread.
you say,
Yeah, yeah. You say it like that.
it
You
just kind
mix
of
it up.
comes out when you're talking, and it just like you're looking around, you're like pinche chanclas, where are they,
What's up with the pendejo?
Yeah, and instead of here, you say aquí, you'll be
Yeah,
like, mira,
yeah,
aquí, like that. And you just kind of like, it just rolls off when you're just talking on an everyday conversation. And my friends,
yeah.
we all just kind of grew up talking like that. Que pojo, or like, nombre, way, you say that,
And then people that just understand English, they're like, oh, they're talking about us on the army. They're like, hey, you're not supposed to talk that language. because we don't know what you're saying. I say, hey man, we're not talking about anybody. We're just having a Spanish conversation over here.
Yeah.
You don't have to be around us. You can move away from us. You know, we're just talking our language.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, we don't know what you're saying. I said, you want me to say something bad about you? I'll say something bad about you, and I'll tell you what I'm saying to you.
Yeah.
Like what? Bad like what? Cállate, pendejo. What you say? I said, shut up,
Put
idiot.
your mouth. Yeah.
You know,
Or call somebody a baboso. You know, it's like,
baboso. They
yeah,
get mad.
yeah. You know, when you tell people too, you know, you're like, it's just something that kind of comes out sometimes when I'm talking to a Hispanic person. Like, we're just Spanish words just kind of come out because that's it. I mean, like I have one of my friends, I call him pelon, you know, which is like bald head, you know. But pelon and melon, those are also Arabic too.
Yeah.
Those came from the Arabic, you know, words. And it's funny
Agua,
when people
agua
that
is Arabic also. Agua,
yeah,
they
agua,
mean the
yeah,
same thing over there. Water.
mhm, yeah,
Agua.
yeah. And the word for horse, caballo, you know, like those are
Caballo.
like, yeah. There's a whole lot of it. It's really interesting whenever I hear language. I'm very linguistically inclined, and I hear people speak, and I can tell you like the Latin roots of certain words. Spanish is very much Latin mixed with Arabic. People don't realize that, but it is. And the true Latin are actually Italian. But so I'm going to run, Abe. I'm going to jump on with
All
you
right, brother
again.
Justin.
Yeah, and we'll set something up. Maybe we could actually do a show and talk on your channel
Yeah,
about
yeah,
what we're supposed to talk about, you know, instead of these.
yeah. It just happens that way. It's late. I was like, nobody's up. Everybody's asleep. We just talk about food, whatever the topic comes. Yeah, we can talk about this DDM because they've
For
been
sure.
hot and heavy. Been busy. They've been busy, man. That's all I can tell you for the past 3 4 days. I haven't really have been able to get no sleep or anything like that. But I'm gonna give me a good night's rest tonight. I want to
Yeah.
to appreciate you, Sister Nelly, Sister Madeline, everybody from the PRT community
Yeah.
for supporting me through all this times. You know, thank y'all. I really appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
And I'll continue to keep y'all in prayers to what you're going through. I mean, prayer is very important.
Yeah.
We gotta pray for one another. You know, because that's if we don't pray for one another, then those unseen things that they're just waiting
Yeah.
because they love division and chaos. You know,
They
that's
do.
what they're about. So we're going to be praying for President Trump. Let's pray for everything to go good tomorrow during the
Right.
inauguration. For there to be no kind of crazy activity. So we're going to do a little prayer before we go.
Okay. Simon,
Heavenly
carnal.
Father, at this time we'd like to pray for all the members of Spiritual Encrypted Encounters, for Brother Josh Turner, for me, my loved ones, my nephews, for you to guide them and protect them with your heavenly light, and also for the inauguration that's going to happen tomorrow, for no assassination attempts. We type on rebuke anybody that's going to try to do anything like that. We type on rebuke in Jesus Christ's name, for the Holy Spirit and the heavenly angels to interfere and for nothing like that to happen. This I pray in your heavenly name. Amen.
Good prayer. All right, man. All right, I'm going to get out. Orderly.
All right, Brother Josh Turner.
All right. I'll see you.
Yeah, I'm exhausted right now. I mean, you can tell. But yeah. When I follow my spirit because it's telling me something ain't right, something ain't right. I get how should I say, not anxious, but if the spirit is telling me something ain't right, something might happen, I start thinking about who around me might be in danger. So I prayed for everybody, but I knew that my nephew, I think I had gotten a hold of Beyond the Box yesterday or the day before yesterday when I was trying to find him. Uh, but yes, I have to follow my spirit. But thank God uh, that he's with his father now. And I got other two nephews that are struggling also right now. Uh, Hopefully they can get on their feet. Uh, I send one of them money right now. Uh, no, hopefully they can get on their feet. Get out of uh, any bad roads that might be on or anything like that. You know, I'm not nobody to judge anybody. I just do the good works. do what I'm told spiritually. The Heavenly Father always blesses me, anyways. Is blesses me with amazing gifts spiritually. And I say it again here. For those that think I'm your enemy, I'm not your enemy. If you're fearing for your life because you think something's going to happen because I'm going to do something, no, I'm not going to do anything because my safe haven is here where I'm at with my loved ones. So get that out of your mind. Uh, the only thing I'm trying to do is my channel, my show, with no interruptions or anybody coming at me in a negative way. That's all. That's all, ask for. A peaceful environment. But in saying that, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, moderators, for being here tonight. And God bless every single one of y'all. Everybody have a good night. This is Brother Ape Cias, Sar Cias, signing off from Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. I hope nobody tries to go sneaking and get some food right now after all the talk of food. I'm thinking about eating me some enchiladas right now. I don't know yet. But anyways, good night, everybody. Peace out. Yes, I always follow my spirit, man. Peace out, everybody.